is here. Hello.
There we go.
Awesome.
All right, we are live on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be doing some art lessons today, hanging out.
Yep. What you about? Hey, Etienne? Is that how you pronounce it?
Hey, Dahlia. Welcome. I should probably just update that we're live.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Hello. I saw someone named Teletubby and I was like, oh, that brings back memories. Hey, Ginny.
There we go. Hello.
Very early.
We were thinking about doing another portfolio review sometime.
That'd be sick.
That could be pretty fun. Hey, Stardust. Hey.
I think a portfolio review would be really cool. I really did enjoy the last time we did it. It was really fun.
Hey, Lexi. How is everybody doing today? What's everyone up to?
School, homework, studying.
I didn't know we have a live today. Yep, it's Monday.
It is Monday.
Monday live day.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Wasabi. Hey, Stardust.
Mm-hmm. I need to get a new drink.
Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't watch that? I thought I did.
Nah, it's just sat here the whole time.
Oh, okay. Hey, Pompoof. Hey, Benji. How's it been? So feel free to ask any questions. We'll try to cover different topics. I don't know if we'll cover like the most common topics, because we cover a lot of stuff like hands and bodies, like almost every stream. So I mean, if you guys have any other kind of questions, feel free to ask. Hey, Seven. Froggy Art, thank you for the follow. Backlips, how are you? We're doing good. We are doing great. I'm just rendering a skull here. I have the skull right on my desk, or right in front of the desk, and it has interesting lighting. Not sure if I can stay this live for longer, but I'll try my best. Octo, you're always very diligent with your stream. Not streaming. What am I talking about? With being on stream, so I'm not worried. I'm not too worried about that. Hey, Lau. Maybe I'll turn the skull into Miki. That's horrible. Hey, Fox, we're good. Fox, I saw your sketches of your three characters, and I think they looked super cute. I think the purple girl. What are you gonna name the purple girl?
Here we are. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Early for once. Hey, Benji, what are you up to these days? Backflips, how are you? Hey, Arma Talks. Hey, Clear Sky. I love them. They're so silly.
I was telling
hey,
her
Lau,
about the
Octo,
sketches.
7. Froggy Art, thank you for the follow.
We have a lot of frogs in our community.
Vinetta Flory, thank you for the follows. I need to start thanking followers again. Chat, help me remember. It's not how dare you draw Mickey's skull.
Well,
drawing manga pages, awesome.
Ooh, manga pages, how fun.
It's a lot of fun.
This is what Miki imagines herself when she uses up her bad luck or something. I don't know when she has bad luck.
Mui.
Honestly, this brush is actually quite nice.
Which
it's a new
one
brush.
is it?
It's good. It's just called good.
Oh, it's a painting brush, but is it pretty good for line work?
Yeah, it's actually quite nice.
Like sketching and stuff?
Yeah, sketching and stuff. It's actually quite nice.
Mara, hello. Katsua, hello. Thank you for the follow. Hey, it's been a while.
Hey. Hey, Mara.
You guys doing any sort of Inktober challenge for October? No.
I totally forgot about
I didn't even
Inktober.
think about it. I guess we could. How about, what do you chatters think about something like that? Inktober?
Inktober, huh? I mean, you got those really cool nib pen thingies.
Inktober, like something going on in the Discord server. We have talked about bringing back some sort of challenges. We talked about... What did we talk about exactly? We were discussing, like, what if we had some sort of challenges and we did like a show once a month I don't remember exactly what we were saying.
Is that Miki? Yes. Poor Miki. I decided to draw her this way.
What's the lesson being learned, might I ask? Nothing yet. We actually just got started a couple minutes ago. We're just saying hi to new chatters. But recommendations for what to talk about are open, so if you want to learn about something. DAA theme prompt list would be cool. Yeah, we were thinking about doing some kind of challenges, but we haven't really decided anything.
Alright, this skull's kind of freaking me out now. It's like staring right into my soul. I'll put it to the side. I like drawing in blue. Drawing in blue makes drawing feel like more fun rather than just drawing with black. I love drawing with black, don't get me wrong, but I think adding extra color makes me take things less seriously. Hair/bangs, how to practice layering mainly hair. Yeah, we could do that. Hair layering. Maybe I'll just try doing tutorials with this brush for now. Hair/bangs and layering.
New chatter. Drawing is amazing, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Could definitely use help on properly rotating a torso, like laying out basic shapes to create better gestures and poses. Hair bangs, how to practice layering mainly hair. Layering could be fun.
Layering could be fun. Rotating a torso?
Yeah, let's just write a couple down.
Yeah, sure.
And not get our list too long.
Okay. Rotating torso.
What ends up happening a lot of the time is chat has a bunch of suggestions of what to cover, and then we spend the entire rest of stream covering them even after the person who asked is long gone.
Feet or
so
shoes.
It would be nice to have a little bit shorter of a list and just go back and take more suggestions.
We do feet and shoes, feet/shoes.
I feel like 3 would be a good
yeah,
amount. And then once we get through those 3, we'll take on another 3.
Sure. Comes to shading. We'll see if we get to that point.
What would you suggest when it comes to shading? Just begin with a tablet. Shading. Oh, okay. Have a good one. Thanks for coming by and hanging out.
Should I write down shading on the
No.
list? No? Okay. So let's get started with some hair and bangs and layering. I like to think of things like, okay, so if you look at like a doll, for example, or if you ever do like doll customization, you'll notice that they'll have stuff like, or how to say it. You have a doll, and then you separate parts of the hair. You'll notice that there's like different sections of hair that's glued onto the scalp of a doll. Sounds horrible, I know. But this actually is really helpful for understanding how hair layering works, because you got, the front part, which is like your bangs, and then generally you'll have different kinds of hair surrounding the skull. There's parted hair, which is generally the hair splits into 2 parts towards the middle. There's also different kinds. So if, for example, here's the top of the head. Your hair can go like this, which this is the bangs. This is the sides of your hair. And your hair can also overlap each other, where you have your bangs, and then you have a more like a zigzag. So this is actually one of the most common and nicely designed kinds of hair parting. And so when you draw hair and layer it, it'll look very natural. So here's the hairline. Here's your bangs. We talk a lot about how bangs have a curl to it. It's not completely flat. It wraps over the forehead, so that means it will match the roundness of the forehead. Here's some side parts, and then sometimes you can imply a little bit of the hair part in the distance, like this, and then you can sprout it out. I don't like this brush very much for demos. I like my GSS Blade one. There we go. Now that looks way smoother.
Yeah, that's not a line work brush. It's a painting brush.
It's a painting brush. So I was using it for the wrong purpose.
Anyone else's stream keeps stopping. I would say restart your stream. Refresh it. Can you do how to do clothes, like how to simplify them? If you are still here after we get through the first three, we'll put it on the list.
Alright, hair and
Hair
bangs.
and bangs.
Hair and bangs and layering.
Yeah.
Hopefully that was helpful.
It really just comes down to it's more of a concept, right? Fox, if you want to draw hair, it's really about creating the illusion of depth through overlaps a lot of the time. Right? You can see what Christina's doing is she's got these different parts that are overlapping, right? Like you got a part that's coming out from behind. You got other parts. Do I need to move it?
There you go.
That are coming out, right? You've got other parts that are maybe coming out. Right? And so it creates the illusion of depth. It's the same way you draw plants. It's the same way you draw trees. It's the same way you would draw environments and landscapes and create depth through overlaps. So it could be anything. But with hair, you're basically just taking these shapes, these graphical shapes, and overlapping them. And what's really interesting about this as well is overlaps give you a new tool in your tool belt to create new shapes. So if I have a square and I'm locked to this square, I could put a triangle in front of it and I've just created a shape that looks like this.
Ooh.
Right? I've created a shape that looks like this without changing the square. You can use shadows to make new shapes. You can use overlapping shapes to make new shapes. So if you want to make an interesting shape, but you can't find... This is a good way to make the argument in your visual art of going, I want to make a new interesting shape. So if you always find like, man, my drawings look so boring, try putting shapes in front of other shapes to make new shapes.
Yes. Is it good to keep drawing a lot even if they aren't good? Is it quality or quantity better?
Generally, it's quantity. Like you're not gonna learn as much from 100-hour portrait than you are from 100 1-hour portraits, like for sure. But that doesn't mean be dumb about what you practice. So like, I would say ideally you're doing a large quantity of a high quality assignment. Like that's basically how you improve fastest. For most people. Mia, thank you for the follow. Angel, thank you for the follow. Nadia, thank you for the follow. Jim, thanks for the share. Hysteria, thank you for the share as well. If you're new, you can say hi in chat and we'll give you a shout out and say hi.
Yeah.
Is it good to keep drawing a lot?
How to avoid tangents when overlap?
You don't line things up. I would
Yeah.
say think in terms of dividing space. So like large, medium, small shapes. Like you don't want things to come and touch edges, or I've even heard a lot of times about tangents aren't necessarily things that touch exactly, but they are areas of distraction. So they don't even have to touch. It could be so close that they're like there's no breathing room between the objects, the items, whatever.
Interesting.
Hello, I don't know how to say that. SM3OW13. Hello, welcome. Well, genuine question. Why do I improve better when I don't draw often? That is a good point. Like sometimes I think it's more of like a reset. I would say it's like turning your computer off and on. Maybe temporary bad habits or temporary ruts you get stuck in. Like you don't really get better. I would just say a lot of the time you kind of just hit the reset button. I would think it's similar to that.
Sometimes it just takes some time for your brain to process it and kind of sink in, I guess. Sometimes that does happen though.
Yeah. Hey Tara, I did see your DM. I was discussing with Christina because we generally don't make special coupons for people just because they ask. But we do have payment plan if you're interested in that. If you want to know more about that, I can let you know about it. But I haven't messaged back yet. We've been pretty busy today. Is it good to keep tangents? What's a tangent? A tangent is just basically two areas lining up and causing a distraction within an image. It could be a continuation of a line. It could be, an object ending where another object begins. It could be just something distracting you. Or do you know what your Black Friday deal will be? No, I'm not sure yet. We're still really, really long ways away from Black Friday.
Yeah.
So we haven't come up with the deal or anything yet. Could you show an example of how you would draw skull from a front view?
Let me see. We're currently talking about rotating torsos. I mean, I could do that really quick, but...
Rotating torsos, and then we have feet.
And shoes.
Feet and shoes.
If you're still here after these 3 topics, then you can ask again, and I'll put it on the list, and we can cover that.
If you want to draw a character OC but have art block on a pose, what is your go-to pose? Go-to pose is like fundamentals of posing, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Like contrapposto, a decent gesture.
I would also think about what's their personality, how do they carry themselves, like what's their body language like.
Yeah. Which leg is supporting their weight? What are their arms doing? Like posing has so much to do with a character's personality and what the intention of the pose is. Like a pose where someone's afraid is completely different than a pose where someone's like attacking or mad.
You want to actually get our book 2 because we talk about posing.
Yeah. Ink and Dice, thank you for the share and the follow. Roxy, thanks for the follow. Star Eater, thanks for the follow. Totally Not Echo, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it.
So expressive poses will generally be quite open. For example, if your character's more excited, they'll tend to have their arms open wide, and they'll tend to like, do something like this, right? Something kind of dynamic, but also pretty stable. When you have like a sad pose, everything's very withdrawn. You keep your arms to yourself. Everything's pretty scrunched in, very curled in.
Can be very protective.
It can be very protective, exactly.
Shielding your body, overlaps with the limbs.
Mm-hmm. Defensive, expressions of anger. Some people can be quite protective of themselves when they're angry, or some people can be, very much open like this and extroverted. So maybe they lean and stuff.
Yeah.
So just think about those things. And also, having the reference will also help a lot. What kind of pose do you want to draw?
55 years old. Am I too old to learn to draw anime style? No. There's no age limit. Mm-hmm. Nobody's gonna come in and arrest you. You can do whatever you want.
Yep.
Absolutely, anything you want. Within, of course, reason, like what's legal. But yeah, draw. How long have you been working on art? Long time. Both of us.
Long time.
Hey Tira.
Hey,
how's
Tira.
it going?
So a few tips on twisting the torso. Find out where your center line is. So the center line of a twisted torso will change and it'll generally look like an S. And that is because maybe your rib cage is turning one way, which is like, for instance, this way, and your pelvis is turning another way. So that means you have a center line going this way and a center line going that way, and then you just have to connect the two.
I'm okay. How are you guys? We're doing good.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing good here. Same old, same old. Where did you get that book? It's our book. We published it.
Yes, you can get it on Amazon. We published 2 books, and they're both. The first one is Anime Academy: How to Draw Manga, and this one is Anime Academy: How to Draw Characters, where you design your own character, and we cover different design concepts. And just so for some examples, perfect. How to translate a design from a real object. Here's a picture, and I basically turned this into a dress, which is loose inspired, more inspired, and basically almost a literal interpretation. So those are just some design principles that we have not seen in character design books, so we might as well added it ourselves. Shape language, shape design, stuff like that. Different historical references of outfits. And then we even created our own characters later on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2 different versions too. These are super, super fun. So yeah, you can get this
book. It's helped me a lot.
Awesome. Oh, yay!
Yeah. Do you ever plan on learning semi-realism? I hate to be the person that breaks this to you, but semi-realism isn't really it's not really a term. Like, it's not really a thing. Like, people use the term and they have a meaning with it, but you don't really hear that. It's basically anything that's not realism is stylized. Like, the way that it works, and there's nothing wrong with this, is the way that it works is in the professional world, realism is the assumption, and then anything that breaks away from that is generally referred to as stylized. But yeah, I mean, everything we do is realism. It's just on stream a lot of the time we do like stylized, like anime type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's really funny, and of course there's nothing wrong with this, but as soon as you get into the professional world of art, the term semi-realism just doesn't exist. I've never heard anybody ever say that term outside of like, I don't know, beginner art communities. You hear that term all the time, right? Semi-realism.
Well, even on a lot of like popular TikToks and you know, art tutorial channels, they'll say semi-realism.
It's really interesting.
It is interesting.
You literally never hear that amongst like in the professional world or in any of that. Everybody just says stylized. Like Blizzard would be stylized. People love adding words to art styles.
They like naming things. Yeah, they do. I mean, it's kind of like, I think the idea of, oh, what's the style called? It's just. It is interesting. Me.
I saw this phenomenal Korean artist. Someone asked them on their Facebook, "What style is this?" And they just replied, "Me."
Me.
It's
my
funny.
style.
Me, like I don't know, like it's like it just doesn't really work that way. But yeah, pretty much everything Christine and I do is realism, other than like streams and stuff for fun.
Yeah, you can look at our art stations. We both do realism, as well.
Supposedly the study of anatomy will help improve even the most stylized cartoonish styles of art. Yeah, it's because everything's a derivative of the real world. You're never not implying something real. So starting with the real thing and then moving backwards. All the Disney artists, they're phenomenal. And all like the cartoon artists, like a lot of the people who work on like really, really, really stylized cartoons, they all learn realism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Realism. And actually, in a lot of our classes in anime art school, we teach a lot of realism.
Yeah.
There's actually there's only 2 classes that focus more on an anime style, but that is after you learn the realistic stuff. Like, for instance, our Heads and Faces class, it is anime, but that is because, you know, our schools that are called Anime Art School. But we take a lot of realistic components and basically stylize it because you can't go without it, right? Yeah. So I teach a lot of things like, you know, head planes, how to draw different heads in different angles using these realistic head planes, how to draw. I have you guys draw skulls, how to light the head. All that stuff is based on realism. You just change things up.
Yeah.
And then
we're a very foundational channel. We teach foundation starting from realism and then moving backwards, basically. Mm-hmm. Not moving backwards, but like backing into anime style from realism, because that's all what everything is based on. Yeah, we basically just teach that on stream. You're right, Maori, is that how you say it? Yeah, we are teaching realism.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, and of course Colton also teaches how to realistically render things, primitive forms, casting shadows that make sense, rendering different materials. So this is what you guys go through in anime art school. But yeah, a lot of this is realistic stuff, and then you just stylize it. So if you're interested, you know.
Yeah.
Hint, hint.
Yeah, and a huge lobster, funny name. Bro, I would so want to eat a huge lobster right now.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Yes, we do. We have classes online. We have an entire school online, and it is exactly what you said. You can pay to follow along at your own pace. Yes, we have a recorded school. Figure drawing, costume drawing, heads, faces, expressions, background painting, rendering forms, materials, character design. It covers a lot. It's like an entire college. But yeah, we do have it. You can check it out here.
Who is the seller on Amazon?
Who is the seller on Amazon?
You mean for our books? It's us.
Yeah, it's us. We self-published both of our books. We sell them on Amazon. It should be just under my name, Colton. Yeah, you'll see the term semi-realism everywhere, and I don't know what the translation is. Maybe some term gets translated as semi-realism. I don't know exactly, but you'll never hear it amongst the professional community in the West. Maybe that's where it originated. Maybe there's like a translation.
I mean, I remember when I first heard semi-realism, I just thought, oh, it's
What's the term in Chinese? We'll
Semi-realist.
screenshot it and have Christina's dad translate and see what it translates to. If you can type it in the chat, I'll screenshot it and look into it.
So if you want to draw feet and shoes, understanding like the basic kind of plane of what the sole of the foot looks like. And then you basically split this into 3 and kind of tier it. So what I mean by that is basically turn this in, make it into perspective. It's kind of like especially with shoes, this is what the sole looks like. It's like a tiered thing. I don't know how to say it. Kind of has this vibe. It's going back in space and it has a bit of an arch. Here's a heel, for example, and here's where the sole of the feet is, sole of the shoes. And then after that, you just add.
See the term
Form back top.
hyperrealism floating around too?
Hyperrealism.
That's when people make like really, really, really photorealistic drawings. I'm not personally a big fan on them because they kind of all look the same to me.
Kind of look like
If someone
photographs.
makes like hyperrealism, I can't differentiate individual artists. I like to see decisions. That's just me personally. I'm not really a fan of hyperrealism. I'd rather just get a photograph printed and put on my wall. It takes a lot of time. It's definitely something that requires a lot of practice and effort, you know.
I would even say like semi-realism doesn't necessarily have a specific style. Like people stylize realism in very different ways. There's no like one specific style.
Yeah.
Like I mean like you can argue that the Riot style for League of Legends is like semi-realism, but like and then you can see some other really good Chinese artists see it very differently. So it's all different.
It's basically just they make the eyes a little bit bigger.
Yeah,
And they
that's
push the colors a little bit a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Okay, let me look. I saw a fish eye drawing tip on Pinterest this morning. Nice. Be careful though. A lot of those are pretty bad tutorials. But not all of them. Some of them are. Some of them are really good. Opinion on art classes for college. Been thinking about it. It's kind of a hit or miss. It's like saying opinion on, I don't know. What's something that could be really good or could be really bad but is completely contextual. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
So it 100% will depend on who your teacher is, what their experience is, are they good at teaching. There's a lot of great artists out there who aren't good at teaching. There's a lot of that kind of stuff.
What's the difference between your book volume 1 and 2?
Book volume 1 is more like, it has a long anatomy section. It has a lot more step-by-steps. It's kind of more, what is the word? Basic, foundational. It's kind of like your basics. It talks a lot about like overlapping hair, a bunch of different hairstyles, a bunch of different breakdowns for like the different limbs and the torso and the arms and the legs and simplification of anatomy. It has a section on coloring and how you would like cell shade and all that. Book 2 is strictly a character book. It's like if you want to design your own characters, if you want to have shape language, all that kind of stuff. Opinion on art classes for college. Yeah, it's completely contextual. It's like saying opinion on restaurants or like opinion on food. It's like food when it's made great is great. Food when it's made bad makes you throw up. So
Yeah.
that's how art classes are. I mean, if it's a good art class, like, I mean, we get people come in chat all the time and they're just like, my art teacher said I have no talent. It made me depressed for 3 years. Probably not a very good art class. We get other people in chat who are just like, oh my gosh, my art teacher was so inspiring. It made me want to be an artist. Their work is so good. Probably a pretty good art class. Both college classes, one could be fantastic, one could be terrible. Teachers are people. Some of them are horrible. Some of them are fantastic.
Yep.
We try to be as good at teachers as possible, you know. If at the very least we have a good time and encourage. That's what I would say about art classes. It's like, I mean, restaurants could have roaches and rats running around the floor, pooping in the food, and like a bunch of the Gordon Ramsay places.
Yep. That's actually kind of interesting. I was kind of drawing a foot based on like what I was seeing from Asaro's sculptures,
Mm-hmm.
like where it's like, okay, here's your leg, here's your bottom leg, and then these two are attachments, and then here's your foot. And I was thinking like, okay, well, what if I just drew like the simplest curve for the foot, but I just added like an extra piece here and an extra piece here, which is the heel, or something like that. And I'm like, that actually kind of works, but I kind of was just testing things
Yeah, I
out.
really like Asaro's work.
Yeah. I like Asaro's stuff too. It's so good.
He's like one of those artists that's kind of taken a concept and went like kind of gone extreme with it, where he just like dedicates his entire like process to retaining like the essence of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really cool.
I actually really like this kind of breakdown for the foot. You can turn this into a foot or a shoe.
Mm-hmm.
This is almost like so Colton likes to simplify feet like bullets, which is like a half bullet, looks like this. And I think that this is like a really good introductory way to just draw like really quick feet, because it establishes perspective, but it's also like not a box. And sometimes, we can even take it a step further. So this is version number 1. Version number 2 could be a little bit more complex.
I have a question. Do you think style matters more than realism or accuracy? Neither. I think, like, for me personally, the most important thing in art is getting across what I want to get across, right? Communication. If I want to draw someone who's very angry and my viewer can't tell they're angry, that's where I want to improve at. So it's like, whether style, whether realism, like everything kind of points towards that to me. So I would say it doesn't really matter. Like there's a lot of art styles out there that completely break physics. They completely break. I mean, look at like Tom and Jerry. You got flattened like pancakes. You've got all kinds of stuff. It's not realistic at all, but the communication is very, very good. And then you have other projects that are realistic, that communicate. I would just say, for me personally, it's like communicating.
Yeah. And I also think that, your art will have a different audience. Like, people don't like the same things all the time. Like, some people will say, oh, I prefer the style more than, like, something like hyperrealism, and that's, like, subjective. Some people really do like accuracy. It really just depends on what you want to do.
Yeah.
What do you think is important?
I mean, and that's just me. That's only if you want to communicate it. If you want to draw something and have fun, and you don't care if anybody has any idea what you're doing or what you're trying to show, then that's totally fine. You don't need either.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why it's so important to like decide, like, what's my point? What's my purpose? And like, am I trying to communicate an idea? Am I trying to render something realistically? Like, I would say, like, one of the goals with hyperrealism is to make it as close to a photograph as possible.
Yeah.
But most painters don't work that way. Most painters are like, I want to show as much as possible with as little as possible. That's how kind of like most painters strive towards.
Yeah.
If you're kind of going, more in that direction. Some painters are like, I want to go super giga hyper realistic and paint every little detail. Their goals are completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Communication is a goal by getting the point across. If your goal is to communicate, a lot of art, the goal is to communicate an idea. Yeah. Is it a political message? Is it a gesture? Is it, oh, this character's really mad and they're about to hit like this other character? Are you writing a comic? I would say if you're a comic artist, your goal with your art is probably to tell a story. If you're an abstract artist, I don't know what your goal is, but I mean, abstract art certainly exists.
Mm-hmm.
You tape a banana to a wall, like, are you trying to say something?
Like,
Are you trying to do something weird to try and make a whole bunch of money? And if you succeed and make a whole bunch of money by taping a banana to a wall, then I would say, like, good job. Like, honestly, I wish I could get away with it.
I wish I could too.
I don't know. It's just, I want to be a mangaka artist. Then probably you would focus on learning how to communicate a story through your drawings, right? composition, poses, facial expressions, dialogue.
And if you want to be a manga artist, and also have a really good story, like you would also know storytelling.
Yeah.
You know, to a good extent. You know.
But what you were saying earlier, which is like, the only reason you want to learn how to be accurate in art is so you don't distract people by being inaccurate.
Yeah.
Like that's what I would say, right? Like you only want to learn how to draw realistically so people aren't distracted by it being bad or like off, right? If the lighting doesn't make any sense, people get distracted by it. I learned that from one of my favorite character designers. His name's Wouter Tulp. He's a Dutch artist. And he was saying, oh yeah, we only learn how to draw things realistically so we don't distract people with them, with things we don't want to distract them with.
Well, you're trying to be believable enough.
Yeah, it's like if the perspective isn't right, then...
If my box looks like...
If the perspective isn't right, everybody focuses on the perspective being wrong instead of what you're trying to say.
Yeah. Like this is not believable because there's things that are wrong about it, like actually. So
Yeah,
it doesn't read like a box.
You might not even be able to tell that is supposed to be a box. So if I'm drawing a basket full of fruit and that's the box it's sitting in, people have to think about it consciously. They're like,
that don't look right.
like, yeah, it's like, I mean, a lot of artists, they try to make it so their viewer has to put in as little effort as possible because it's like TikTok. If your video's not interesting, they scroll. If your artwork...
If you have to make people work.
Yeah, it's like if you have to make... That's exactly. Like, if you have to make people work for it, they're probably not going to read your comment.
Yeah.
Maybe you want them to work for it. Like, it depends on the point, right?
Well, I think with art, you're basically pre-digesting a lot of stuff for your...
It is pre-digested food. And that's what I love about painting as well. Like, painters will pre-digest the subject matter and mimic what your eye is doing. Like those grapes.
Oh, yeah,
right?
those grapees.
These grapes have been painted in a pre-digested way where we tell you what to look at, which is this highlight, and everything down here sort of falls off and gets less detailed, but it's still got a solid silhouette. So these grapes have been painted in a way that's pre-processed. Like your brain doesn't have to think about where to look. It's like done for you. It's like that sort of thing.
Same with this orange. That's really nice. Ooh, that's so like juicy looking. I want to eat it.
Yeah. Boxes make my brain collapse. Yeah, just practice it a lot. Hard time with cubes. Favorite cartoon? Yeah.
It did it feet and shoes. Okay.
Can make it work if it's consistently off or from an odd perspective. Yeah, and that requires like an understanding of the correct way, because if you do it incorrectly on purpose, it's like a choice, right? You can tell when someone knows perspective who's intentionally breaking it versus someone who's never learned it. Manga is fun. Banana, I've argued so much about it with TikTok comments. Can make it work. Yeah, best iPad for Illustrator. They all work well. Have you dabbled in frame-by-frame animation? No, we haven't really done any animation. If you take like a weird panoramic photo, it will work, yeah. I mean, like a panoramic photo is just widening your field of view.
Let's see. Let's go from the front view. I think this is kind of interesting. Go ahead.
I've greatly improved at copying drawings, but still can't draw from imagination. That, I know exactly what you mean. It's because they're different skills.
Yes.
Drawing from imagination requires an understanding of three-dimensional space, the forms that make up things, design. Drawing from a photo is just like copying. It's like a copy machine, right? You're just like, oh, there's a triangle here. Oh, there's a triangle there.
And it doesn't really require as much like memory and thinking.
Yeah. Drawing from imagination is like very difficult. Of course, high level drawing from observation is also like designing and interpreting.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure. If you want to learn how to draw from imagination, learn art fundamentals, learn art foundation, dimensional drawing, like perspective, you know, rendering, the basics of rendering and lighting, color theory, design, composing. what was it? What was the root word of design? To designate?
To designate, yes.
Like putting things in their correct place, right? Designing is literally arranging things and making decisions about things. Like that is not required when you're drawing from a photograph. When you're drawing from imagination, that's like the main point. You're like, I'm gonna draw a cube, a cylinder, and a sphere. You have to designate places for them to be. Like, you have to make decisions about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How to draw from a picture without copying probably would have more to do with understanding what you're looking at.
Yeah.
But if you could elaborate on that, that would be great. Mm-hmm. Can't do 3D, can you help me? I'm not really sure what you mean exactly.
Like, you can't
draw in 3D.
Yeah.
You can't 3D model. Are you trying to learn Blender? Shade of Night and Mel, thank you for the follows.
Thank you.
Hello, art friends. Hello, welcome.
Hi.
Bellatini Art.
That's a cute name.
Is that how you say it? Bellatini Art? Do you have good references for learning perspective? You know, there is a guy on YouTube. His name is Gene Bond. He has a great channel, and he teaches a lot of very, very, very high-level perspective for free.
Mm-hmm. That's his name, Gene Bond Art. That's his YouTube channel.
Yep, that's fun. No, I'd like your username. I'm saying, really good content. It's very high level though. Like a lot of it is like it's like Kim Jong-gi perspective type stuff, like fisheye, panoramic, like really, really high level concepts of that. If you want to learn the basics of perspective, I have a YouTube video called, what was it? Learn the Fundamentals of Art in 2 hours or something like that. It's on our YouTube channel, Draw Anime Academy. I basically have a 2-hour long video where I sort of speed run through a whole bunch of different things. And you can rewatch it as many times as you want and pause it and stuff. What's that video called? Let me look it up.
Fundamentals of Art in 2 hours.
Maybe. Or Learn Fundamentals. I don't remember. I gotta look.
Yeah.
I'm on YouTube. Please open.
You can also do a lot of exercises like this, which is like bendy boxes.
There's sort of two approaches to perspective. They overlap. In my experience, you've got like really hardcore industrial designers who will teach you the 1 point, 2 point, 3 point mathematical stuff, 60-degree vanishing point, 30-degree vanishing point, and all that kind of stuff. Really mathematical. Scott Robertson, how to draw a book type stuff, right? And then you have the other field, which they approach it a lot more intuitively. It's like the VizDev type artists, right? They just draw a bunch of boxes. They sort of get good at winging it, but they're not really winging it. Like they understand 1, 2, 3 point perspective. They understand horizon lines, and they get really intuitive with it. Mm-hmm. And then you've got people who sort of overlap and teach both. We kind of try to teach both because I think both are really important. Yeah,
understanding the kind of the science behind it and also trying to be intuitive with it.
Yeah. So like what Christina showed earlier, this really helps you get better at like intuitive perspective. It's like you basically draw a box and then you extend, you rotate the box, you pull it out, right?
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to draw.
Oh, go ahead.
Right? You can like draw a box like this, and sorry if this box is kind of wonky, I'm at a really weird angle, right? You can like pull it out like this, rotate it, and you can like draw this box now out in, that's probably wonky, isn't it?
It's not that wonky.
There, that's probably better. Pull this box out at a different angle. Maybe you can pull one out of the backside, use draw through. Draw this down. So like this is sort of the assignment here, and this helps you get better at drawing like intuitively without thinking so much about your vanishing points and stuff like that. And I think it's really important to do this because when you're drawing like on a daily basis, like a lot of the time you're not going super hardcore with like vanishing points and foreshortening and everything like that. But again, it depends on what you want to do. I can't even imagine a basic box rotating around in 3D. Totally normal. It's not easy.
That's why Krenz Cubes is so fun.
Art. Science meets art. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like both sides. Like, both sides are really important. I think a lot of people, I don't really like how perspective is taught a lot of the time. It's kind of taught from an engineering standpoint. Like, you have a bunch of artsy people who are coming in, and then they just start seeing a bunch of math and numbers and
it's intimidating.
and all that.
Yeah.
And so I think it's like, it's good to build like an intuitive kind of feeling for perspective and then go, why does this feel right? And then you can kind of learn the math behind it. But it really depends. Some people are much more engineering minded. I just think that most of the time art classes are taught from like an engineering standpoint to a bunch of like very artistic people. I don't know why that's the starting point usually. I feel like it should be the other way around. Like, I feel like art schools should teach perspective in a more intuitive way, and then later they teach you the math rather than starting with the math.
Maybe it's because of Scott Robertson's book. It's very mathematical.
Yeah.
And maybe they center the curriculum around
And that's like a very industrial design approach. And I don't think it's a bad...
I think it's
it
one
works.
way.
It's a correct method. It's just, I feel like it's not how most artists think.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine a basic box rotating around in 3D. Yes. Krenz Cubes. Krenz cubes. You can do these as an exercise to help visualize rotating boxes in 3D. We have a bunch of examples of these from the past, like this kind of stuff.
There we go.
These are Krenz cubes, and they're basically boxes drawn in incremental rotations. And this is really every one of your boxes, right here. It's only really 16 different boxes, and some of them are even the same. Like this one and this one are just the same box. Like you it's funny, you only actually have to know how to draw a couple boxes
like
to
5.
draw them from any angle. It's just memorizing those boxes and getting used to drawing them. Like nobody, I shouldn't say nobody, but very few people really teach this stuff. Like, it's not something you stumble upon that much. Where do I start when trying to draw a transformer? Start which transformer? Some of them are like really round and some of them are really boxy.
Some of them are also very complex. I wouldn't be able to just draw one straight away, you know, I would need reference.
Yeah. I need to draw boxes.
Yes. How to draw noses in Demon Slayer, if you would explain how to draw them in different angles.
We don't really do style lessons. We'll very, very rarely break down a particular anime style and how to draw it. We're a foundation school. Like, Christina and I don't really have a passion for teaching drawing in a particular anime style. Like, oh, how do I draw in Dragon Ball Z style, or how do I draw in Demon Slayer style? We're a channel that mostly focuses on like, here's art foundation, here's color theory, here's perspective, here's the planes of the head. Now you can go off and break down pretty much any style you want and become almost like it's like cooking, right? We don't teach you, oh, here's how you make, you know, grandma's casserole. Like, it'd be like, here's the fundamentals of culinary education, and then you can make your own grandma's casserole, or you can make Tony's pizza, or you can make, we kind of teach art in that way.
I would say if you want to draw like different styles of noses, understand that this is the basic form of a nose.
Yeah.
It's basically a top-facing plane that splits into like kind of like a trapezoid at the bottom, and then it fans out on the sides. So then if you take if you look at the Demon Slayer style, it's basically this, but just stylized. Like, what I notice is they'll go like this, and they'll just imply the top of the nose like that.
Yeah, a couple comments. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. I learned from the artist Michael Hampton. Do you think he has good foundation for learning figure drawing? Michael Hampton is one of the best when it comes to figure drawing, in my opinion. He's a very good teacher, and he has a really, really, really strong foundation. Michael Hampton's fantastic, phenomenal.
Yes.
I would really recommend his figure drawing classes and his content. Super nice dude. Is it wise to learn... Oh, Skits Comics, or Benji says, how do I draw in a cult style? Yeah, that is a valid question, and I would say, study foundation and study under me. If you want to draw like an artist, study under them, study their work. I don't think you should study my work. I think you should study people who are a lot better than I am, but is it wise to learn gesture drawing while learning the boxes? Yes, they're two different things. It's not bad at all to learn boxes and gesture drawing. Gesture drawing is going to really, really help your flow. You'll notice, actually, a lot of people will kind of be in one of two categories. They'll be really, really good at drawing boxes in 3D, but their work will be very stiff and not have a lot of energy to it. And then there's people who have a lot of energy, but all of their perspective and stuff is not very good. And then you sort of get to the professional level when you round out those skills and you're kind of well-rounded.
Mm-hmm. Can you describe a way to learn color theory without being too intimidated? I get intimidated by it. Colton, do you want to do a little onigiri piece later?
Maybe.
Talk about some color theory?
Yeah, not the cabbage. I would say for sure. Like, 100%. You can, like, I would say while you're doing boxes, like, warm up every morning with, like, 20-30 minutes of gesture drawing, like 60-second gestures.
Mm-hmm. Can you please show more about painting, like about layers by drawing anime face or something now, please?
Paint like layers?
You mean like how to use layers?
Very, very rarely do we use layers on stream.
Yeah.
This demo from yesterday, done on one layer.
Yep. That was a fun one.
This demo from a week or two ago, this was done on one single layer. I don't use a lot of layers when I paint. There's that onigiri piece she was talking about.
And this one too.
There's another
done in one layer.
One layer. Sometimes I'll add a safety layer if I want to experiment, but then I'll just merge as soon as I... As we're kind of bad to ask. We don't use a lot of layers.
Yeah.
Do you think drawing with Bic inking pens is a good way to learn drawing without circles and boxes? I'm not sure what you mean without circles and boxes. One thing you have to be careful with is ballpoint pens. Kim Jong-gi called them ink poops. They like to get a little dot of ink built up on the pen. And so I would recommend keep a paper towel by you, and every time after you draw a line, just like dot on the paper towel and get rid of that little ink poop. But and I know that because I did draw with ballpoint pens for months and months at Art Center, and that was, I literally would wrap actually a paper towel around my finger, and then I would just have it on my finger, and I draw, and then I dot it, and then I draw, and I dot it, because you get all these little dots on your paper from ink. I want to learn the balance. Yes.
The balance.
Hey, I mean, we do have an online school. If you
Yes.
want to learn about fundamentals and the balance,
And also having fun. I mean, that's what we're all
and fun
about.
as well. We have an online school, bunch of classes: figure drawing, clothing drawing, color theory, painting, rendering, backgrounds. What else? Anime heads, faces, expressions, all that kind of stuff.
There you go.
This is all different work from the school, right? Learning this kind of stuff, lighting, heads from different directions, eyes. This is all from class 1. Here's a bunch of really good stuff.
Expressions.
Expressions and different intensities of all of it. There's a figure drawing class. You learn about anatomy, and there's the muscles of the legs, front side back of the arms, hands
and feet.
breakdowns, figure drawing, all this kind of stuff. Perspective and dimensional drawing, 1 point. I've never really seen someone teach this stuff. How to draw ribbons. Flat, 1 bend, 2 bend, twist, twist and bend and twist.
Bend and twist.
And then there's like, I really like this breakdown right here. You can design a ribbon, and then you can stretch the proportions to make it interesting. This is the same ribbon. I've just changed the proportions.
Yeah, the same twists are there. It's just...
Except the very top one.
Oh.
But
like the spirit's there.
yeah, ribbons are a really, really good exercise. They're sort of like gesture drawing.
But like, it doesn't have to be super intimidating. Like, I feel like a lot of the strengths of Colton, the way he teaches dimensional drawing and perspective, is he's just like, here, just take this block and let's just try turning it around. You
Draw
know,
it from different directions.
and I think the main thing about our classes is that we do a lot of these videos in real time. Anything that we haven't gone over, we do in real time.
Yeah.
So, like so that you won't be lost. You know.
Yeah. Even stuff like form drawing,
Yep.
lizard, putting it together, and then rounding it out and turning it into an organic form. I teach all that in my dimensional drawing class.
Mm-hmm.
There's some of the clothing drawing stuff.
Clothing drawing.
Well, yeah. You can check it out, drawanime.com. That is our website if you're interested. Otherwise, we do stream every single week for free. We just don't go into anywhere near as much depth on live streams. We tend to answer a bunch of different questions.
Yep.
Can you describe a way to learn color theory without being too intimidated? I get intimidated with it. Yes, that's a
Absolutely.
great question. I like to think about color theory in terms of warmer and cooler. Most painters, most like high level painters, they will go, what hue is it? Red, green, blue. What is it?
What saturation?
What saturation is it?
And
What value is
what
it?
value is it?
They
Yes.
think in terms of HSV, right? Hue, saturation, and value. Is it red? Is it blue? And then they'll put a color down and they'll go, do I want warmer or cooler? If I choose a red, do I want it warmer? I'll nudge towards orange. If I want it cooler, I'll nudge towards purple. Or you could go, I have a red and I can make it a little bit cooler. Well, I'll just nudge it a little bit more towards gray because gray is a neutral. And
Yeah.
I would recommend, if you want to learn color theory, start with a limited palette and do like traditional painting.
Traditional painting actually helps a lot with color mixing and seeing what color turns out when you add a warmer, cooler
Yeah.
tone.
A really simple palette. Ultramarine blue, cad orange, cad yellow, alizarin crimson, and what is that?
Cad
crimson.
white.
Yeah, and titanium white. I would just start with that. You can mix so many colors with just that palette. You can mix all of your yellows. You can mix your greens with your blue and yellow. You can mix your grays with your orange and blue.
Mm-hmm.
It's a complete palette. 4 colors plus white. Ultramarine blue, alizarin crimson, cad yellow, cad orange, and white.
And actually, a lot of those colors are quite cheap. Like especially if you get student grade.
Yeah.
They're actually quite cheap, and they last a good while too. I actually really like oil
recommend
painting.
traditional painting. What?
I really love oil painting. It's really fun.
Yeah, that was Ned Jacob colored palette.
Wow.
That was what he used to do all of his painting from life.
How do you do noses properly or in the easiest way possible? This. The box that's slightly modified, where the bottom is basically like a trapezoid, and this spreads out. Your nose basically looks like this in any kind of style. You can always change it up. You can curve it. You can curve the bridge of the nose, push it up a little bit more. You can do like that style. You can hook it, but they all have the same components.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the easiest way that I can think of. It's not a hack, but it's understanding the forms of the nose. And that's what helps a lot more than just trying to find the perfect shape or trying to find the easiest way to draw something.
Yeah. And practicing on perspective and still can't draw Transformer. Study it. Draw it a bunch of times. Draw the Transformer that you want to draw like 100 times.
Yeah.
100 times, 200 times. Just repetition. And what do you want to do? Do you want to draw the Transformer in your own poses from your imagination? Do you want to draw the Transformer from a reference image? I heard Transformers and scrolled back. Yeah, someone's asking about drawing them.
But not only that, but Transformers are very difficult because, of course, it's gonna be hard.
They've
Like
got
you got
a
all
lot
these
of
different
different
parts.
pieces.
Yeah.
My cubes don't turn out. Can you help me? I don't really know what's not turning out about them. It's kind of like a broad question. Like, make sure you're going back towards a vanishing point.
Make sure your lines don't look like they're going in all different directions. Like, if your box looks like this, or I don't know, something like that, that's not a box.
Yeah.
I mean, arguably, it's probably.
I mean, it's part of a rock.
It's part of a
sure.
rock.
I would
yeah.
say, you could.
Yeah.
You could get some more pieces in here.
Wow.
And turn this into some sort of a fun rock that you could render out. But like,
understand, is your box converging more to one side or is it more parallel? Is it more like isometric? Are your lines generally, pretty straight? Like straight, fanning. There's different kinds of boxes too, so I don't really know what it means by it doesn't look good or something's off.
There could be so many different things.
Yeah.
I would say go through a very simple video with, basic 1-point, 2-point perspective. I've got this class right here. It's not a class, it's a YouTube video. It's 2 hours long. Complete Beginner Art Fundamentals Course 2024. I should probably update it to 2025 now that I think about it, because it's a new year. And you can see in this video, I bring you through drawing in perspective. I talk a lot about different common perspective mistakes. It's just like a really fast lesson that kind of covers the basics of like 1-point, 2-point, the distance of your vanishing points, how far you are away from objects. And it's just a free video on YouTube, and I cover a bunch of perspective. I changed the size, or not the size, the height of the horizon line, the distance of the vanishing points. Just go through something like that.
They're not, I'm guessing you're saying parallel. Like, do you want a parallel box or do you want a converging box? Like, do you want something that's going into the distance?
So hard.
I don't know what aggro goth is. I have no clue what that is. I want to get into drawing, but don't know how to. What should I start with? Fundamentals.
Yeah, start with asking yourself the question of what you want to do.
What's your YouTube channel?
Draw Anime Academy.
Yes.
Yeah, we also have the page on our bio on TikTok.
I was asking, can you explain the canvas settings like multiply, overlay, and others? I don't get them.
I'm definitely not an expert in layer settings. I don't use a lot of layer settings personally. Sometimes on client work, I think darken and lighten layers are super ultra useful.
Yeah.
Like, there's layers, like multiply will basically add the values together. Overlay, what the heck does overlay even do?
I don't know what it does. It just looks like, I don't know, it either saturates it or kind of blends it.
It kind of saturates it and darkens and lightens it. It's almost like it's almost like a mini color dodge in a way.
Yeah, but it's not really accent.
Soft light is like a soft version of overlay. Like, just mess with them. Like, experiment with them. Try stuff. Color dodge is gonna blow out all of your values and colors. Use it sparingly. I think darken and lighten are some of the most. It is kind of like a mini color dodge. It's like sort of like that.
Yeah.
Like,
not a strong color dodge, I guess. I wouldn't
really use very many layer settings and effects without like a foundational knowledge. But I don't know the exact math behind how the different layer settings work. I don't use them a lot.
You don't really need them
that much. This painting that I did the other day, I used no layer settings. It was all just drawn with one single brush, one layer, everything. I didn't use multiply for this shadow. I just chose a darker value that was more bluish, right? It's all of these things. I don't use any layer settings. I barely even use more than one layer because it's just fun. Like, I don't know. You don't need layer settings a lot of the time.
I think it's flashy to see someone use a layer setting and be like, ooh, that's how I can get my art to look like that. But you really don't need it.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of the time in our classes, we don't really use color dodge almost at all. Like, I'll use some of it, but only like for very minute things, and it wouldn't even be related to lighting. It would just be to add like a specific effect.
Yeah. I think a teacher that I had a long time ago, Nick Gindro, he was one of the main artists, main concept artists on The Last of Us, Uncharted 4. He revealed to us the true power of darken and lighten, because it can really help you control your values. If you put your layer on darken, then the color that you're drawing with, or the value that you're drawing with, it will only darken areas that are lighter than it. And lighten is the opposite. It will only lighten areas that are darker than it.
Huh.
And you can use it to simplify areas that are too detailed in shadow and stuff. Oh, so useful.
That's so cool.
I still don't use it very much.
I'll just answer really quickly about like how to make your boxes parallel. Generally, your boxes, if you want like a parallel isometric box like this, your lines going up and down, and the y-axis, meaning up and down, is going to be straight. And there's not going to be any convergence where it looks like this. It's going to be like that. And then all these lines, these green lines, will follow each other. So make sure that those are parallel. Parallel meaning they don't converge to a point. They basically look like
that would be an isometric
That would
box.
be isometric, exactly. And then
Which
same
is
thing with the other side.
0-point perspective.
Yeah. So that's how you make sure that your lines are parallel.
This is like Clash of Clans.
Yeah.
Like phone app games. And the reason that phone games are like this is because they don't want to use up a bunch of processing power by having to render a bunch of like overlaps and all kinds of crap.
So I cannot tell you to be like, oh, like here's why your cube is not parallel. You have to look for yourself, like, okay, are these lines going, are these parallel or not? And you have to fix it yourself.
Yeah.
This is all I can tell you. You know, I can't say like, oh, I mean, I don't know. Just make sure that these lines match, and these lines match, and then you're golden.
I just use random layer settings until it looks good. That's what a lot of concept artists do. They'll just cycle through the different layer settings, and they'll be like, huh, I know James Peck uses screen a lot. He remember?
Oh, yeah, I do remember. He was using screen a lot. Yeah.
Multiply is super useful. But again, I wouldn't, if you're learning how to draw and paint, I'm not talking about photoshopping things. I'm talking about if you're learning how to draw and paint, layer settings would come way later. You do not want to start using multiply layers before you learn something like half to black. Like,
yeah.
It's going to kind of screw up the whole process because it creates a dependency on a tool rather than an understanding.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you want to get good, I wouldn't use any layer settings, honestly. Like not for a long time. Not until you're working professionally and you need to speed up your process to make more money.
Yeah.
That would be my recommendation. Use them whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but if you want my recommendation, if you are wanting to learn how to draw and paint, learn layer settings last.
Mm-hmm.
Learn layer settings after you're like getting job offers, or after at least you've gone through like foundation classes.
Well, I feel like if you don't really understand it, you end up using it in the wrong way. And for instance, I used to use a bunch of color dodge when I before I even knew what color dodge was supposed to do, and I would always blow my piece out of proportion, like in terms of like my lights. It would look so bad.
Yeah, like you get nasty, like oversaturated colors bleeding into areas that shouldn't be. It's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a machine gun for beginners, It's like very be careful with it.
Yeah.
And then later you can just slowly inch your way into it. I recommend people literally just start with traditional art, like start with painting traditionally. You can't use layer settings. Although watercolor kind of works like multiply.
It kind of does, actually, yeah. Watercolor does work like multiply, because you can't really brighten something up. It can only go darker. It's even if you add like a light object or light tone on top, you can really only go darker. That is interesting, actually.
How do I even get a job like where? A job doing what? Taco Bell? You could go apply to there probably. I mean, you mean like an art job? And what kind of art job?
They'll have different requirements and different skill stuff.
What's a solid practice routine for an artist wanting to transition into 2D animation? I don't know any 2D animation. I would probably talk to someone who's a professional 2D animator and ask them that question.
Yeah.
Email, find people who work as animators, hit them up, email them. Is that Apple Pencil? Yeah.
Yes.
Talking about watercolors, they haven't moved in 10 days. Wow.
Oh, that sucks. I hope you get it soon. So for someone who's like confused with color theory, I would say learn values first. Like learn how to break your lights and your darks up and be consistent with it. Notice that I'm just using blue and I'm not really using any other color, but you can still see what's happening in the image. As long as you have your value structure like decent and it's not super muddy, like there's no confusion, any color that you add won't really matter too much. But we'll also talk more about color theory later because maybe Colton wants to do like a little demo on it. Tammy, if you want to see me do this box, you can go on our YouTube channel and rewind to this point. It's a very simple box. So yeah.
Yeah, and I would, like I said, I have a whole 2-hour-long YouTube video that covers perspective, 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, and it honestly talks about a lot more. I even talk about like subdividing forms. I talk about drawing speed forms, like a lot of stuff. If you really want to learn about perspective, you would be willing to go over there and watch it. Tommy Pickles.
Who that?
It's from Rugrats.
Oh. Is this like her or something? No.
No,
Who is it?
It's a little. It's like the. Isn't he the main character of Rugrats?
Oh.
It will be after dinner. Watch. I'm on it.
If one of the lines don't match up, you just gotta match it. I can't tell you which line don't match up. Sorry.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you.
We've given you a lot of resources. Just keep practicing.
Yep.
It just comes down to practicing more.
Yep.
Video. Oh yeah, you mean the fundamentals one, yeah. Yeah, I built that as a free class to go on Udemy, but Udemy had like a limit. Like they don't even allow you to upload a free class that's longer than like 2 hours or like an hour and a half or something. So I'm just like, whatever, I'm just gonna put it on YouTube.
That 2-hour fundamental video was actually what drew me to y'all's channel, and I actually love the content.
Oh, awesome!
Oh, yay!
Yeah, that was like a major speed run. I don't waste any time in that video. I just get on to the next topic. But I'm glad you liked it. I haven't watched it in a couple of years, but I know it's solid.
Do you know how to draw anime cell shading? I love 80s/90s OVA anime, and I always wanted to recreate some of that style.
Yeah. Cell shading is just a simplified render. It's just you're separating it into light and dark. Cell shading exists because of the way that they used to do animation. They would paint cells and they would like overlap each other, and so they couldn't use transparency. Everything had to be opaque. Everything had to be non-see-through, and so you basically just get 2 or 3 values most of the time. Usually just 2. But it just breaks down into your basic form rendering.
Yep.
Rendering a cylinder, a sphere, a box, a cone, a cube. And you just basically simplify it into 2 values. It's almost similar to Noton.
Yeah. Just don't blend.
Yeah.
And just use at least 3 values. Like 3 values.
We have a video. We have like a stream or something recently on cell shading, right?
Let me try to find it.
No, I'll find it on here.
Okay.
Well, actually, did you? Oh, you mean on there?
Yeah,
I
know
thought you meant
that.
on YouTube. Let me look for it live.
It was not this. It was that was lighting anime heads.
I don't remember where the cell shading lesson was. How to?
This one. Here it is. Cell shading.
Yeah, this is from a stream a little while back. Where the heck?
So like notice how these shadows, it's the same as rendering a sphere, but it's just one crisp shadow. Light and dark. Here's
Where was this
cell shading
one?
It's the one with the Miko taking the vest off.
We only have how to draw clothes on it.
No. There's another one down there.
Down there? Further?
Further down.
All the
There it is.
all the way down there. 2 months ago. How to cell shade. July 21st. Right there. Yeah, we have a live stream, 3 hours and 40 minutes long, and we talk a lot about cell shading. There you go.
Can you tell me why you put those marks for the nose and mouth? If you're talking about like tick marks and stuff, it's basically showing where my proportions are for the nose and the mouth. Or unless you mean like, oh, this is the nose and this is the mouth.
It's basically just an indication of where the form, the edge of the form is. It kind of just gives you a visual indication of like, this is the end of the nose. This is the bottom of the nose. When it comes to like anime style or stylized things, a lot of the time what artists will do is they'll just put a dot or a tick mark where something is. And it'll just tell your brain, oh, this is the end of the nose. Kind of like that. What's going on with the Dog Detective and Cat Cop? Need an update? There is no update. It was just a random story we came up with on stream.
I'm a traditional artist. What markers would you recommend for using cell shading coloring? Acrylic markers are pretty good for that. They're pretty opaque.
True. Acrylic markers work great.
Also alcohol markers, but you're gonna have to like kind of be careful with. I mean, no thing is perfect. I mean, like with alcohol markers, you can definitely get the effect of cell shading, but there's going to be some blurriness. But if you just use two values, it's totally fine. Acrylic markers, on the other hand, it's gonna have a similar problem sometimes. Let me see. Do I have any? I don't think I have any examples of artwork with acrylic markers yet, but you know, it's pretty good. It's opaque. What YouTube artist would you recommend? I don't watch any YouTube artists. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, we don't really watch many. We're on YouTube.
We're on YouTube. Yep.
I can't say exactly. And like, what do you mean? Like, recommend what to learn from? Who make entertaining videos? There's a lot of
specific
people.
Style.
Yeah, there's a lot of people on YouTube who are more entertainers, and that's totally fine. You know, reaction content or whatever.
Education, whatever.
Some channels are more educational. I don't really watch a lot of YouTube.
Hey, Ocarine. Yeah, a lot of people like Sam Does Arts. That's a pretty popular channel.
Yeah.
Proco is pretty popular.
Proco's great. Michael Hampton is good. The issue with social media a lot of the time is the best quality education a lot of the times is not the most popular content, because social media is geared towards entertainment. And like, you can find really, really high level college classes on YouTube and they barely have any views.
Yeah.
So like, you can literally find like all kinds of crazy, super, super valuable stuff that just barely has any views. So it's not always the best artists who have the most followers, because it's just the way that social media works these days. There has been a major TikTokification of social media. And by that, I mean that social media is leaning towards interest-based rather than follower-based. So what that really means is the people who can make viral content are the ones who are always showing up. Every platform is moving that direction as well, which means an account with 0 followers can get a video that gets 10 million views. You can't, you can't used to do that. You wouldn't
be able to do that.
You wouldn't have been able to do that in the past. You can't used to do that. It's
real,
like
though.
twice as less.
I get it.
Oh, what? Half is like twice as less. I still love that man.
What are some like names? Okay, so I mean, Proco, I think they're pretty good.
Proco's pretty big. Proco's very entertaining and also has good content. You occasionally get artists who are both, like
Mark
people
Burnett.
who are both. Mark Burnett's good. Haven't really watched any of his content, I hate to say, but
yeah,
he's good. He's really good.
Pcat, I think.
Pcat art.
Picart.
P-I-K-A-T.
I think it's Pcat art.
I don't know. They're good. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Michael Hampton is great. His YouTube channel's been growing a lot.
Oh, that's good. He's great. I wish Will Weston had a YouTube channel.
Yeah, Will Weston doesn't have a YouTube channel. He's one of the best figure drawing teachers I've ever taken, though. Gene Bond has a really small channel, but he has some of the best perspective content on all of YouTube from what I've found. You want to rank Gene Bond?
Gene Bond, yes.
Gene Bond Art. He teaches really, really, really advanced perspective.
Very good perspective stuff. Every time you guys stream, I always draw. Y'all inspire me, and I haven't drawn this much since 2022. Wow.
Awesome.
And
Well, we are
honestly, that's.
glad.
I feel like we have a small part in it, but I think ultimately, I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Yeah, I mean,
What
like
about artists who teach coloring?
that. I don't know, because I'm sure I don't know.
I'm just trying to think. Again, I do not watch very much YouTube, especially for like art tutorials. When I learn something in art, I usually learn it in either a mentorship or a class.
Mm-hmm.
Coloring. I mean, we have a couple streams from recently. We have some streams from recent where I've colored, and the whole process is on YouTube, and I explain the whole time. So, like, if you want to learn how I drew and colored this from absolute scratch, here is the time-lapse replay. And I explain the entire thing in real time over a couple of hours, and I talk about cool and warm and cool, and how I choose colors and how I apply different materials and stuff. That's on YouTube. It's a live stream we did recently.
Oh, and this one too, the blue flame one. I always think that this one's really cool.
I did this on a live stream recently.
me
Did I
see.
explain the whole process, or
I don't. Well, yeah.
this was the
explain it.
watercolor stream?
Yeah, this was a watercolor stream, but you did a little. Let me do this. He basically started off with a blob because he was talking about how to draw fire, blue fire,
Yeah.
and then it turned into a whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, most of that stream was with watercolor.
Yeah, we did talk about watercolor and how to mix colors and stuff. Here he's talking about lighting with different lights.
Yeah, like
blue
my
light,
logic.
orange light, yeah.
The logic behind the shot.
Oops.
Right. I also did this on a live stream, and I explained pretty much the entire process through the whole thing as well. This was done, and that talked about a lot of color theory, a lot of different things on design. You know, this is like warm light, cool
Oops, sorry.
shadows.
Yep.
And then up, especially up in here, you've got some really warm bounce light as well.
Oh
but
yeah. There was another one I think we talked about color. For instance, it was this one. Here, all I did for this was I chose a random orange for my light and blue for my shadows. And I just used those two colors and I worked within that color scheme. That's all I did. You know, here's another one kind of working with the same logic. This is yellow light with purple shadows.
Yeah. I saw a question earlier. I don't know if you're still here. Something about why artists use purple shadows. Where? Are you still here? Whoever asked that, can you ask that question again? Yeah, there's a lot of great artists out there. Again, I'm not a very good person to ask about different people on social media and who to learn stuff from. I'm very picky as well. Like, when I say someone's good, I mean, like, they're like a high level pro. They're like, I like gush over their work. Like, Reno Tuna is good. Like, Yuming Lee is a good painter. Well, I heard people saying it was not good to use. I don't know who those people are.
I don't know
Purple's
those
totally fine to use as shadows. You can completely use that logic if you want. You don't have
Raw
to.
purple shadows.
You don't have to use purple in the shadows.
Yeah, you don't.
Hey, if I have a dim purple light down here, here is a purple light, and it goes up here, I'm gonna have purple shadows. That's it. I got purple light filling my shadows. You could have this would have a really warm light on top, and it would have a purple secondary light on bottom. You could 100% recreate this in real life.
I think when people start like kind of attributing things as morally good or bad, I don't know.
It's just,
It's weird.
you can pretty much recreate anything. You could make this green shadows. You could make this whatever, orange shadows. You can have a warm light and a warmer
Oh,
shadow.
There's
There's green light and purple shadows. It doesn't show up very well on
No,
our
it doesn't.
camera here, but
It doesn't show
You
very
can
well.
almost create any lighting situation you want with lights and LEDs and in making the colors stronger or less strong and the lights brighter and dimmer. Isn't it a bit of a style shading colors? Yeah, people use it's something that like pretty much any of the things you can stylize.
Do I have anything not on here? I'm just trying to look for something that has like a cooler tone. I like this piece. It's cute. No, I don't think I have anything. Oh well. Nah, I was gonna say this one. But
Light is one of the things that people really play with.
I like this one. This is actually kind of cool. I would probably finish it up. Maybe I should finish that one up and make it like actually nice and pretty. Here's where I used a bit of gray.
More gray shadows.
More gray shadows instead. I even used a gray tone in here. And it's like, values work. It's more of a stylistic choice.
Yeah.
But anyways.
I did a piece recently. And I lit an environment 3 different ways.
Ooh, I love that one.
And yeah, this is... Here, I'll just do it like this. Here it is.
Hold it.
So this, the very top image, I used a warm underpainting, but the very top image is daytime. It has warm sunlight. It has cool shadows from the sky. It's got warm bounce light from the ground, and it's a high or mid-key painting. It's like mostly a high-key painting, right? There's the top one. The middle one is nighttime. It has cool light from the moon. It has warm shadows, and it's low-key. So I took that same exact scene, and I repainted it with low-key lighting. And then this third one is rainy. It's got gray, soft lighting from the sky, and it's atmospheric and it's mid-key. So the bottom one is the same shot, painted in a rainy, atmospheric, with kind of like a sunset-ish in the background.
That's really cool.
Same exact shot, painted 3 different ways, with different lighting. You can see on the top shot, my light's on my right. But on the middle shot, my light's on the left. And then the bottom shot, it's kind of backlit.
Kind of behind the mountain.
Yeah. So you can kind of do whatever you want. Like you can pretty much do whatever you want. Is there a video on this? Yeah, in our anime art school. That's I break that down in depth. But no, not for YouTube. I could probably make something on YouTube in the future about that. It'd take a couple hours.
It would.
Like, and then I'd have to edit it all down. But I could probably do something like that. Looks like a game. That's good. I worked on games for a long time.
It gives me like Breath of the Wild vibes.
Low key. Yeah. Low key is like predominantly dark. High key is predominantly light. And mid key is middle of your value range. So it basically just means that most of your image is bright. Some of it is dark. If it's high key. Low key, most of your image is dark and a little bit of it is bright. And then, what is it? Mid key is like most of your painting is kind of operating in like a middle value range. And it kind of goes into each side. There's a lot of really, really good master works out there that are in mid key. Like Sargent does a lot of them.
Here's some of the list for the YouTube people.
Painting.
Take a screenshot.
Coloring.
I mean, you can also watch our channel too.
The
Just
way
Drive
that
Academy.
Nathan Fowkes, that's a good one. Coloring. I don't know if Nathan Fowkes has a YouTube channel, but he has a lot of content out there. NATHANFOWKES. Ooh, and James Gurney. I would say James Gurney is probably one of the best when it comes to color.
James Gurney.
James Gurney. He has a YouTube channel, and there's years and years and years of videos on it. He's astoundingly good. He's old school. He's like an old school artist. James Gurney. I'll put like a star by him.
For
He is
color, yes.
Color. James Gurney
Well, he's
for
also
color.
good at just a bunch of other stuff too.
He wrote a book called Color and Light, and it is very good. It's like one of those books, like everybody's bookshelf has one. Every artist. What's the reason for using gray in shadows? It's just a choice.
That's a choice.
Gray is going to read as cool next to a warm, and it's going to read as warm next to a cool. So if you know color theory and warm and cools, you can use it however you want. Gray is basically just another color. So like if I have an orange piece and I make the shadows gray, those are going to be cooler shadows. If I have like a very blue piece and I make the shadows gray, it's going to be like warmer shadows.
Mm-hmm.
I really like teaching like coloring and painting. It's just kind of far in, like there's a lot of prerequisite like knowledge.
Yeah, there really is. Like you gotta know how to draw before you paint, because it'll be easier. There's definitely people who paint before they draw, but they would still like need to understand the drawing aspect.
Every time I look for stuff on YouTube, I get the same videos. Yeah, it's usually the people who are really good at going viral or content that has gone viral.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the best education is not easy to find on YouTube. And also there's a bunch of not good education on YouTube that goes really viral. It's like bad advice, right?
I feel like I just cannot live like doing a art tutorial channel like that. I don't know, I would need to make sure I'm credible first before saying it.
My wife paints and wants to learn to draw so bad. Awesome.
Oh, awesome.
Hey, drawing is a really foundational skill.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Snaz.
Hey, Snaz. Cell shading. 2 values. Light, a dark, highlights, and there's like 3 different values for each component of what you're drawing. So like hair, depending on what color it is, will have its own value section. Same thing with skin.
Snaz, you haven't gone up 1 follower in like a month. Still 497. Did we follow you?
Did we?
No, we didn't.
I like the 497 because of the price for school.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I think I understand metal, it turns out bad.
Metal. Metal. What kind of metal? Generally, when it comes to metal, you're gonna get really extreme contrasts in value. It's this one.
Yeah. Shiny.
So this is a demo I did a little while back, and you'll notice that on the left you've got a very matte material. Look how spread out let me do this. Look how spread out the light is. All right? Very spread out. You've got a core shadow, which I made a little bit too sharp. Very, very spread out. The more reflective something gets, the more this will tend to push in.
They get pinched.
And your dark side will start to push in and get pinched. You'll kind of get these like strips of light and dark. And then if something gets... Why is this so like washed out right now?
I have no clue.
But anyways, the camera's like being weird.
When
When is it not being weird?
I know.
But anyways,
You can still see
and
it.
as you get more and more reflective, you'll start getting literal reflections. So what happens, especially on a cylinder, is let's just say this here. On a cylinder, this will like take your entire environment. So if there's like, let's just say we've got like a thing right here, this thing is gonna get squished and it's gonna turn into a strip like that. If there's something red over here, this is gonna get squished and it's gonna turn into a strip like that.
So why does it get squished?
Because it's a mirror that's bowed out. It's like the funny mirrors at the carnivals that make you like funny proportions. It's that. Because this is basically a, what is it called? It's called a, I don't remember, but if you turn this into a perspective grid, the perspective grid looks like this. What does it look like again?
That looked like a panoramic.
Yeah. Well, these verticals are still vertical, and then this one is like this. You've ever seen one of these perspective grids, chat, that look like this? Like that, like a 360-degree photo. The grid looks like this. It's because it's mapped onto a cylinder, basically. So your verticals are vertical. And so if you have a building here, the building is like this, right? And now you wrap that around a cylinder, and that's why it's a little strip.
Does your course transfer from digital to pencil/paper easily?
We do use digital tools. It's, I would say, not really. Like the figure drawing class, yes. The, what is that called? Hold on. Panoramic.
So I would say, just to answer that question more, the drawing components, like where I don't use any color, it's just, I'm using just a brush and just a brush and an eraser. That you can translate from digital to traditional easy. But when it comes to like the coloring part, like illustration and all that stuff, you would have to use your own tools. It's all, that stuff is all digital, and it will not be exactly the same as traditional. So
this is a panoramic perspective grid. This is what is mapped onto your cylinder, essentially.
But the concepts of lighting and all that stuff can still be transferred to traditional easily.
Yeah.
Like hatching is and shading is value even on digital or pencil.
Yeah, but like I teach the painting and rendering classes, and I take you through. I'll even show you some of the stuff. I take you through rendering blocks, forms, half to black, calculating cast shadows, all of this kind of stuff. But like I use digital tools to do this. I don't do it traditionally. Mm-hmm. And so all of this is done digitally. It wouldn't, like you would definitely need to know how to make use your medium. Like you would certainly need to know how to use your medium, but the lighting principles are the same. Mm-hmm. It's so much better on YouTube. It really is. Any of you who are on TikTok, just know it's 100 times better on YouTube. You can see the whole iPad. It gets super cropped on TikTok. Like this is one of the assignments that I do. I render this from complete scratch. Like literally I render that room similarly to like what I did here. That's not right.
And I mean, like if you have no experience with digital at all, like we have a class on introduction to digital art where we show you the basics of each program.
Yeah, but I would say you would have a lot of trouble following along traditionally in most of the classes.
Yeah. But if you just want to do the drawing parts, totally fine. Hi, Toby.
Toby?
Toby.
No, he's eating Poppy's hair already. Come on.
Can you collect the hair? Oh yeah, sorry. Any tips on drawing hair? I want advice from people I consider professionals. Well, I am very flattered, thank you. Hair is ribbons. If you know how to draw this, you can draw hair. Because in addition to this, all you have to do is just add another ribbon. That's maybe twisting.
Okay. We have a Torty who we have tried absolutely everything. She refuses to stop ripping out her hair on her lower back. She's happy. She plays with the other cats. She wrestles. She has plenty of food and water. She's happy. She's like, her tail's up all the time. She rips out her hair. We tried so much stuff. We thought it might be fleas. We got flea collars, this and that. And we have a kitten who's 7 months old, and as soon as he sees one of those hair clumps on the ground, he is feasting. He eats her hair clumps.
I don't know what.
As soon as he sees it, he's like, oh my gosh, that is the most delectable dinner I've ever seen. And so we have to constantly keep a scan for hair because Toby eats it. And we have still not been able to figure out why she's ripping her hair out.
I don't even know if it's parasites. I mean, like, we don't.
We're just continuing to try stuff. It's like eventually we're gonna figure out what it is.
I really hope it's soon because I hate it when she's ripping out her hair. It's
just
like
constant.
It's like,
she's
girl,
got like a
like,
bald
are you
spot
okay?
on her lower back. There's no skin flakes. There's no scabs.
There's no ringworm.
There's no ringworm.
I don't know if she just has a bad habit. Maybe she like
She'll
likes
go
the feeling
periods
of
of
it.
time where she won't rip it out, and then she'll go periods of time where there's just like a whole pile of clumps in the morning when we wake up. Trying to bald like her father, huh?
Trying to bald.
I'm trying to bald like her father. Yeah, maybe. Sad for the kitty. Yeah, I don't know. She's
Trying to
totally
be like
happy.
her
She's happy. She's walking around meowing, her tail's up. She's very
healthy.
Good weight. We
Yeah.
took her to the vet. They couldn't find anything wrong with her.
Hair's also a lot about design. Like,
Speaking of hair.
yeah. This is very static hair. And the reason is because everything's very static. There's no kind of differentiation between line weight.
This is static hair because everything is very static.
Yeah, that's right. It's static, Sorry. It's static because
It's even.
it's even. Yes, thank you. My brain's not working
No, it's
today.
all good.
And so people will be like, well, I'm doing the overlaps like this and like that, but it still looks flat. Well, it's because you don't really know how to incorporate the curves and make them play along with each other, right? Like yes, you can be putting all the overlaps, but if there's like no kind of rhyme or reason and direction, it's gonna look like this. So instead, you're thinking, okay, think of it like animation. Well, I guess that's not really the best way to think about it, like animating it in your head. Like how does water flow? Like water, be like water. Water, when you look at the waves, for example, they'll like crash into each other. They'll flow, they'll bend, they'll have a certain direction that they're going in. And hair is the same way, especially when you're drawing hair in the wind. So let me just try to find another area. For instance, this curve. Okay, I'll have this curve right here. But now how do I make this curve more interesting? Oh, here's another curve. So this curve kind of comes in together and then leaves. And then this curve goes back into this curve. So there's like a conversation happening, right? This comes in and maybe twists. And this curve down here will maybe follow this curve. So this hair automatically looks way more interesting because there's actual direction, if that makes sense. I'm trying to think of how to draw hair a little bit more like differently and teach it differently. But yeah. But yes, we both draw. What is the shape of a torso and how do you study art?
Huh?
One quick question. That's quite those are two big questions. The shape of a torso. I mean, a lot of times people would simplify torsos like boxes just like this. Or they could go an egg form with a rib cage or a box with the pelvis. Either way works. If you want to go extra simple, you can do something like this. Add a center line. Here's your rib cage. Here's your pelvis. Some people like to simplify the pelvis like a bowl. Others like to simplify it like a box. It just really depends on you. And how do you study art? Fundamentals.
Yeah.
Study the fundamentals of art. That's all we'll...
Friendly moo, hello.
So we'll go back here really quick. So what is the fundamentals of art? It's this.
Yeah, that's a good starting list.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it depends on what you specifically go into.
Yes.
Like if you only want to do oil painting portraits, you probably wouldn't do that. You probably wouldn't do costume drawing. You probably wouldn't do, too much figure drawing. You would probably add to this list, forms of the head, planes of the head, lighting studies like Rembrandt lighting, butterfly lighting, half lighting. You would probably add to this list working with the medium, right? You'd probably want a lot of experience in oils. Like this is a decent starting list for most people in chat, unless you want to go into something hyper specific. But dimensional drawing is like no matter what you draw, you're going to be drawing dimensionally.
Mm-hmm.
Heads, faces, anime, realistic, stylized backgrounds. Pretty much anything you draw is going to be dimensional, unless you're an abstract. You're like only doing abstraction.
Yeah. how to connect arms to it. I kind of like to think of it like sockets, like arm sockets. If you look at dolls, for example, like doll bodies, they'll have like a little hole on the side of the rib cage or on the side of like their torso. And generally the arm will be shaped like this. Here's a joint, here's a shoulder, and you just pop it in there. And the shoulder comes out pretty quickly. It doesn't really like to delay. Like here's your clavicle, here's the end of your clavicle, and then quickly after that comes your shoulder.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how it works. Like
Yeah.
your acromion process and everything is there, and then it's just boom, there's your deltoid, and
Yeah.
it goes down. It go down.
It go down. But also be careful that your arm is not, you know, this big, right? Because that would not make sense for the body proportion. Let me think of a ratio. Let me see. How many is this? 1/4?
I don't know what.
I don't know.
What are you looking for?
Like the ratio of like where the socket of the arm is, I guess, or like the general size. I kind of want to test it out. Here's a ribcage box. Like this is generally where I like to put my arm, but I'm kind of trying to find like what's a good ratio.
Of how far back
How
or
far-
how far forward?
how-
or how far out it comes?
Not how far out it comes. Like where does it end? Like where's the armpit end
Oh.
or start? Sorry. Yeah.
What
like,
moves?
It does move. That's why it's
It
hard.
moves depending on how high the arm is up, because your whole shoulder girdle is like a mechanism. So it's kind of hard. Applejack, what are you doing here?
Hi.
Come to me.
Papa. Do not drink
Not
that.
the glass of water. Come here, baby.
Come here.
Hi.
Boy. You all want to see the little chomp? Hi, Apple. Cute little chocolate toe beans.
You're so cute.
You are
Do you
so
want to
cute.
get to your bed? You're like, ooh, that sound foam is looking really tasty right now.
Wait, show him under the camera. Hi, baby Jack. Hi there, lovely.
He's so precious.
You are
Look how
so
good he looks.
precious. Wow, you're such a handsome. Guys, I just found another Applejack lore. He doesn't like brooms. Once I showed him a broom, he just started like freaking out and running away.
Yeah. So, that would be such like a good TikTok series, like
Piecing together.
piecing together my adopted cat's past by showing him various objects and seeing how he reacts to them. So yeah, someone in the past probably chased him with a broom because he does not like brooms.
Yeah.
He doesn't mind vacuums that much.
He don't mind a lot of things, but a broom, oh, God forbid.
Yeah.
And then he has a very sensitive nose.
Very sensitive.
I'll show him a celery,
So
a piece of celery. He'll be like, ugh, what is
Yeah.
that?
He's
Get
so
away
funny.
from me. He is funny. You're
Poppy and Toby, like they'll sniff something and they'll be like, interesting. Applejack will be like, oh, what is that?
What is that? Get that away from me.
You want to go to your tower? Applejack Towers?
Applejack Towers.
Oh, go up to your tower. Let's see. There he is.
Boy, he looked pretty dang good with the collar too.
Yep.
Look at that, silly.
Cute.
Well, the good thing is he hasn't really gone up in weight. He's been stabilizing, I think. We'll have to weigh him again.
Kitty Cam.
We got an Abby that followed us
A happy.
with the IE instead of a Y.
Ooh, that's fun. What is this called? Spherical panorama. Is that a spherical panorama there? Equal rectangular. That's what it's called. It's like an equal rectangular projection. And it's essentially a perspective grid that's 360 degrees, but it is mapped to like a cylinder.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Gene Bond actually has like tutorials on how to draw with these as well.
Whoa.
Once you understand how perspective works, like, I do not know why there aren't more perspective teachers that talk about how vanishing points are 90 degrees apart.
Maybe because they just don't know it.
I'm fading away. Yeah, I wore my blue shirt. It's kind of greenish in it. Vanishing points are 90 degrees apart. There's one in front of you, there's one to your right, there's one to your left, there's one behind you, above you, and below you. That's all you're ever really drawing when you're drawing perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why don't more perspective classes start with that? They're just like, oh, 2-point perspective. It's like, yeah, where are the points? Why are they there? What am I doing? Why am I here?
Why am I here?
Can you say that again? Vanishing points are 90 degrees apart from each other. There's one in front of you, to your left, to your right, above you, below you, and behind you. And so if you're looking straight, if you are on the same grid as the box, you're looking at 1-point perspective. There's the vanishing point. If you're looking like 45 degrees to your right, there's one here and there's one there, and it's 2-point perspective. It'd be a lot easier to draw it and explain it. But we have some past stuff that talk about it. What are you making? Lava lake.
Lava lake.
river.
Lava river, that's what I was trying to... You got it. I was inspired by your onigiri piece. And I was like, What if they're like baked onigiri? I don't know.
Fisheye perspective. So like 1-point perspective is the vanishing point in front of you. 2-point perspective is invented so you could look at objects at an angle. 3-point perspective is invented so you could look at objects up at an angle or down at an angle. Fisheye is when you can see up, down, left, right, and forward at the same time.
I want the story to be like, Grandma, past the river. He's like, Mommy.
Oh, they're raw. Are they onigiris?
Yeah, they're grilled onigiris. I don't even know.
Well, this is a new song on the playlist, by the way, chat. Did you know that? Why do art teachers say to stay away from cartoon/anime art styles? I don't technically disagree with them a lot of the time. I think it sort of lacks nuance. But a lot of art teachers know that there's no animation or there's no anime industry in the West. If you draw nothing but anime, there isn't really a large industry for it. And if you understand that and still want to proceed anyways, it's totally fine. Like, you could make a webcomic or something, but pretty much anybody in the West is not getting hired on an anime. It's like a Japan thing.
It is.
I have had a friend who worked on anime in Japan as an animator. He was Mongolian, and number one, he had a really rough time. But number two, it's very difficult. Like, you got to move over there. There's a whole process, and it's just not a big industry, and they prefer Japanese working on them first. But it also kind of, a lot of the time, people avoid foundation with it. Like, people kind of use it to avoid foundation. They will stylize things a lot of the time in an effort to avoid learning how to do things properly.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think students should be able to do what they want. And I don't think that teachers should discourage students from doing things without understanding the nuance. Are my dreams of making webtoons unrealistic? Not at all. I think it's the best time in all of history to make a webtoon or your own comic. Like, you can go so viral on the internet these days. The internet is literally designed to push content that people like now. All social media platforms, it's called the TikTokification. Literally, you can I don't even know, actually. Let me look up the word. It's called the TikTokification. 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 The phenomenon of processes and content becoming influenced by or resembling the short-form, attention-grabbing, viral, and trend-driven nature of TikTok. I guess that's an okay definition. But anyways, everybody who has really big social media channels and can consistently go viral understands that there is a TikTokification of social media. It means what used to happen is you would work really hard, you would grow your followers, and then when you posted a piece of content, that piece of content got shown to your followers, right? You had 10,000 followers, you made a post on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, you sent an email, those 10,000 people would get shown the content. That doesn't happen anymore. Have y'all noticed that you have more followers than your posts get views? Anybody? You have 3,000 followers or 5,000 followers, you make a post, it gets 200 views. Like, none of your followers are even shown your stuff.
Or you don't even get shown your, like, people that you're following really
Yes,
that much.
that's intentional. That is intentional. I don't say I agree with it. It is intentional, though. Because what happens is TikTok knows that if you follow 50 people and they don't post very much, you're going to leave their app really quickly if they don't start showing you something interesting. All right? They go, you open TikTok and you start scrolling, almost nothing is from people you follow. Sometimes it is, but a lot of the time it's not. Why? Because TikTok knows that they can keep you on their app, their platform, longer if they show you fresh, new content that is based on your interests rather than who you're following. It is interest-based social media, which means a brand new, fresh account with 0 followers can get a post with 10 million views if it's a really good post. That is literally how social media works. YouTube is becoming that. TikTok is that. Facebook is becoming that.
Even Instagram.
Instagram is doing that. Christine and I had 1,000 followers on Instagram recently. We just made a post. It has, how many views does it have? 158,000 views. It's more than doubled our followers on Instagram in like a week. Why? Because we designed the post to be viral. That's how we grew on TikTok. That's why we have almost 200,000 followers on TikTok, is because Christina and I studied why do pieces of content go viral. I don't agree with it. I don't think it should be this way. But the reality is that it is. So if you want to grow on social media, you have to work with the way that social media works, which is you have to basically go, social media is no longer follower based. It's not like an emailing list anymore where you send out a video and all of your followers get it. And it sucks, and it didn't used to be like this. So if you want to grow a social media consistently, your best bet is to learn how to make viral content, and you can grow social media so incredibly fast, it's you like unbelievable.
Heck, actually my mom sent me a YouTube short channel that actually was my childhood friend, and they had like millions and millions of views on their content. Yeah,
That's fun.
yeah, I was like, dang, that's cool. That's cool. I only known him like once, but I definitely remember the name and I remember the face.
You could have so many followers on TikTok, yet flop every time you post. Yeah, I think the best example is Gary Vee. He has over 15 million followers on TikTok. A lot of his videos get like 1,000 views, 2,000 views. He posts a ton. But like, if you can have 15 million followers and make a post and it gets 1,000 views, you start going, maybe followers don't actually matter that much. Like, followers don't matter anymore. It's your ability to create content that performs well. And again, people confuse me saying how it's working, how it works, with agreeing with it. I don't agree with it working this way. However, it's just the reality of how it works. Christine and I made a post on TikTok. It was on how to draw clothes, and it got, I don't know, like 2 million views. We had 3,000 followers on TikTok at the time. We went up 30,000 followers on TikTok just because of that one video. However, you go up 30,000 followers, your next video could completely flop. It's like thinking that because you've, I don't know, it's like, how do I explain it exactly? It's like every video operates independently of each other. That's what I'm trying to say. Every single video that you post is its own independent video that does not care about how many followers you have, about how well your last video performed. Like, everybody's trying to like discover this secret.
Is it my
Is this the
hashtag limit?
algorithm? I'm not allowed to use as many hashtags. That's why I'm not doing well. It's not that. It's really not that anymore. It's just how these platforms work. You have to understand, like, the platforms want more money. That is how they work. How do they make more money? People stay on the app longer. That's it. How do they get people to stay on the app longer? Show them better videos. Do they care if you're following this person or not? A little bit. Maybe it makes like 5% difference. The only thing TikTok cares about is what your hobbies are and what you enjoy watching. And you don't even have to tell them. They figure that out by what you spend more time watching. What are your likes? What are your comments on? What are your shares? What are your bookmarks?
They have all that.
They literally can dial in exactly what you like within like scrolling for like 2 minutes. They're like, this person is in their early 20s, they like fluffy things and cute stuff, and they listen to this kind of music. Literally, they can figure that out just by seeing how long you watch like 20 different videos. Hey, you know those videos where they guess your career within like 20 questions? TikTok does that with showing you different videos. Like, you know, like, have you seen those videos? Like, oh, I'll guess your career and I'll only ask you like 10 questions. TikTok does that, except their questions are, how long did they watch this video I showed them? Did they bookmark it? Did they like it? Right?
That's crazy stuff.
TikTok doesn't need you to tell them what you like. They know what you like based on what you watch, based on what you bookmark and like and comment on. That and the people who understand that, again, you don't have to agree with it. I think a lot of really big content creators hate it. Right? Career ladder. Yeah. I think that is one of the things, right? They like stand on a ladder and they like guess the career or something. It's just like an updated version of 21 questions or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
But big creators who understand this and are good at making content, that's why they do so well. And Christina and I don't perform the best, but just go to our profile and scroll through our videos. Look how many views all of them have. We don't miss very often because, and I'm not like saying that to brag or anything. I'm saying this because like it's true. It's literally true. I have to respond to streaks. Hold on, and then I'll show you.
I have to respond to streaks. Hold on. I want this to be an egg. Very large egg.
Sorry, we got some big streaks and I can't lose them. 350.
Wow.
This is at 350 now.
Bruh. I love those cat like things.
Okay.
I think my thing is worrying about making an account on TikTok is your brand becomes permanent on the name and character. I might just be overthinking it.
Nobody, and this is a really good question. Nobody knows you exist, dude. There's so many people out there. That is like one of the main things you hear constantly in business is no matter how, like nobody knows you exist. There, you can get 2 million views. Like Christina and I have so many millions of views on our TikTok, yet nobody knows we exist.
Yeah.
Like we go to YouTube, we go to a anime convention, an art convention. People don't know you exist until you get into like the 10 million follower range. Then people are like, oh yeah, I know that channel. Or if you've been around for like 20 years. I'm telling you, 100,000 views on a video, nobody knows you exist. People don't know you exist until you get massive, like Mr. Beast massive. Or I remember Mr. Beast was talking about, he's like, oh yeah, you hit 1 million subscribers, like no one ever recognized you. You hit 10 million, you maybe occasionally will get recognized. You hit 50 million, people recognize you quite a lot. You know, he's like, you hit 100 million, you can't go anywhere without people recognizing you. How many people with 100 million subscribers are there? Like, a couple? It's just not something to worry about, I would say. And be true to yourself. If you're genuine, people know it. You don't always have to do everything right. Some people won't like you. There's people who come into the chat all the time. They don't like us. They're like, I don't like them. It's like, okay, bye.
Okay, yeah, you don't have to stay.
People move on with their lives. People are busy, dude. They got jobs. They got stuff going on. They got cats to clean up after.
Mm-hmm.
As I look at our cat. Bob Ross, yeah. Bob Ross is super mega ultra viral. Like He's like, Bob Ross is so crazy. He's like one of the first super mega viral artists, and he's also like one of the first major ASMR people.
Art ASMR.
Art ASMR, yeah. The tablet are using, it's an iPad Pro 13-inch. But anyways, this is what I'm talking about, right? 75,000 views. We just posted it. That one, I can't see the views. It's white. 1.9 million views. This one right here has Anya has 397,000 views. This one is just a meme, 64,000 views. What's this one? I can't see it. It's white. Why do we always put white backgrounds?
Because it's white backgrounds.
266,000. This one, I can't see that one either. Here's one. The curls one, 1.1 million views. 176K, 152K, 359K, 1.6. And even experimental videos like this one here with 359,000, this was a story. Like Christina just told like a personal story from her life.
Mm-hmm. That's a perfect idea. That this.
I'm telling you, like, it's really, really, and this is like one of the things that I get so passionate about is you have so many artists who get discouraged because none of their content ever performs well. Social media is not designed to help artists grow. Social media is designed to make the social media company money. It is not designed to help artists grow. So don't measure yourself as an artist by your popularity on social media when the social media platform does not care about whether you grow or not.
Mm-hmm.
It is measuring yourself against a metric that is always going to disappoint you. Your value as an artist is not measured in followers.
Yep.
It is.
It's very tempting.
It's tempting.
It's
very tempting. Your value as an artist is not measured in social media followers. The social media platform does not care about your art or wanting to make you bigger. They just want to make money. They want to make money and they want to get people to stay on their app longer. If you help them make that happen, you will grow.
That's how the world works.
That's just how social media works these days. Social media is, if you get it for free, you are the product. That's like a business rule. Memorize that. If it's free, you're the product. You are making social media money by watching advertisements. If it's free, you're the product. That's pretty consistent in business. If something's free, you're the product. Like if you get something for free, you might be a research. Like you might be used for research, right? If you get something for free, you might be making ad revenue for someone, right? Now, you can understand that and use social media to your advantage. Like Christine and I, for example, we run our business on social media. We use TikTok, we teach art, we make a bunch of friends, right? We get all the things that we want, which is like art friends, a community. We make a living doing art and drawing silly fruit and veggie babies.
Veggie babies. I don't know what to add to this. I need some verticals.
But we cannot violate the rule of TikTok does not care about us. It only wants to use us to make them more money. So if Christina and I can get you to stay on this app all day, TikTok likes us and sends us out to more people. That's just how it works. It's like a, what's it called? Symbiotic relationship.
Mm-hmm.
We benefit because you hang out with us and we have fun. TikTok benefits because you stay on their app the entire day or the entire night. And so they send us out to more people. I hope this is useful, by the way. This is like social media 101 stuff. What is the age validation to enroll in your school? There is none. With the youngest students are, I would recommend at least 13.
Yep.
Bio major, it's mutualistic relationship / symbiotic. Awesome. It's true. It's 100% true. If we help TikTok get what they want, which is people stay on their app longer, TikTok gives us what we want, which is more viewers.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get people to stay on the app longer? You brainwash them, basically.
Brainwash.
Like, I mean, in so many words, you make content that hooks their attention that they can't look away from. What was
That they're
what was
attracted
that?
to.
What was that abbreviation? Hypnotic opening. Humps. The humps formula. Hypnotic opening. Unable to look away. I don't remember the M, but there's some formula.
Music? No.
Massive amounts of value. I don't remember. I would just be guessing at this point. Let me look. Docs. I have it written in my docs. It's a science. I'm telling you. It is a science. And if you don't like the fact that it's a science, that's totally fine. You're just not going to grow very fast. But people can kind of grow intuitively. What is a stinking humps formula, dude? Where is my... I have so many Google Docs. Let's see. Lesson time. Google tidying. New video checklist. There's scripts for YouTube videos. Oh, I think I might have found it. How...
Crazy stories get the internet every time. Oh, yeah. Dramas? Yeah. Holy crap.
Yeah.
I've seen so many, like, story time types of content. Like, let me think. Like my narcissistic sister always stole my boyfriend, so I plotted revenge against her by choosing the ultimate narcissistic boyfriend that she could have, and it ruined her life.
It's all story.
Yeah.
I would recommend reading a book by a guy named Will Storr. It's called The Science of Storytelling. It's really good. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, it all boils down to basically neuroscience.
Yeah. Bye, Aurelio. Being an artist who being an artist also means learning how to market yourself, so this stream is important. Yes.
For sure. If you want to make a living off of art, it's business. Art is simply the medium, but there's a lot of different mediums.
Yeah.
And people always confuse. They think, oh, he wants it to be this way. I don't. It just is this way. I also wish...
You're just the messenger.
I'm just the messenger. I'm just saying this is how it is. I also wish everybody in the world was happy and healthy and got plenty of food. I also wish everybody's relationship was good. I also wish that there weren't crazy stuff going on and everybody could get along. Right? Like, I'm just the messenger. I'm just saying this is how it works. Believe me, don't believe me, I don't care. But for those of you who are interested in actually growing your social media, or number one, you can't take anything personally, right? If people don't like your content, you can't take it personally. It's super, super important, because you get burned out so fast. Human brain has a really, really, really good way of getting completely sidetracked and spending months chasing the wrong rabbit. And it happens, you will literally brainwash yourself into getting tricked. I see it happen all the time in art. People will be like, I'm going to become an artist. I set these goals. I'm going to practice a bunch. And this is my goal. I'm going to make my comic, or I'm going to make my thing, or I'm going to become a professional. Let's do it. And then they'll start down the path. They'll make a couple of art friends. They'll get into a big drama with their art friends, and they'll burn out, and they won't practice art at all. It's the human brain is so good at tricking itself into not working towards what you want for some reason. What? Wait, what evolutionary thing led to that?
Well, people like a drama because it's survival.
Yeah.
Well, and also things that are emotional happen to be oh my gosh, it feels like the end of the world, you know?
Yeah. And so if you have a goal that you set, the way that I like to approach it is I set a goal when I'm sober and in my right mind. And then I'll have periodic check-ins every 3 months or every 6 months. And I'll be I set this goal. We want to make a business. We want to teach people how to draw and build a social media. No matter how much I don't feel like doing that one day, I won't quit. And then I'll and then I'll be okay, I'm in my right mind. I'm in a good state of mind. I'm sober, sober from whatever, too much TikTok. I don't drink at all, so sober from, whatever. I sit down and I go, okay, here's my goal. Do I still want this goal? I don't want to change goals when I'm feeling emotional, because you have, like, people trick themselves into thinking things that aren't true. So say every 3 months, every 6 months, you go, okay, I've been working towards this goal for the last 3 months. How am I feeling about it? Do I need to change course? Do I need to adjust my directions? No matter what's going on, no matter who I'm friends with that just got in a big argument with me, it's really irrelevant in terms of the goal. Like, if I want to teach art and make my own comic, and during the process of doing that, I make a friend and then lose that friend, like, what does that have to do with my comic? Like, not really anything. But, so why should I allow it to, like, I don't work on my comic for 2 months? Like, emotions are very good at, like, overriding what you know.
Yep. I mean, there would be times where we've been through, like, some emotional stuff, and it just debilitates us, like,
it's
for
very
a
debilitating.
long time. And it'll be like, why do we get distracted emotionally from this, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know,
that's why, like,
happens.
it's so important to have these, like, periodic check-ins where you're just like, am I working towards these things? Because the last thing I want to do is get to the end of my life and be like, wow, I went through drama after drama after drama after drama, and I never wrote my story, or I never, you know, gave the world what I feel like they needed.
Yeah.
Like, why do I do this? That's the difficulty. It's not hard to reach a goal. Like, it's pretty straightforward. The hard part is not getting distracted with other stuff going on in life. Like my best friend forever. They got mad at me and we had a big fight, and now I can't draw for 2 months. That's the hard part.
That is the hard part.
I have friends who are way better at this than me, though. Like, oh my gosh, dude. Like Ben and Dan.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically, like, they will set a goal. They will work towards it for like 5, 6, 7 years. They'll hit it, and then they're like on to the next thing.
Wow.
And I'm like, I'm here driving like chitty chitty bang bang.
Well, that's what makes your
jalopy.
Well, I feel like that's what makes your story more powerful, because you mess up.
Maybe.
And I mess up too. Like, it's not fun when you just see someone else just get it. I mean, then again, I don't know what experience they have to get to that point, but, you know, I think when people struggle, like, that's when their story means a lot more.
Mm-hmm. I needed this. Thank you for these reminders. I'm glad it's helpful.
Yeah. It's like we struggle with this too, so we're not like trying to be like, oh, well, here's how to do it because we're masters at it. Like, no, far from it.
For real. I should do more food. Food is really, really good for studying materials.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many, like, there's transparency, and there's, like, gloss, and there's subsurface scattering. There's so many different things about food that is good for learning how to draw materials.
Mm-hmm. I don't like this height. Like, really purple. I need reference, but oh well.
There was like a vid saying how to learn anatomy in a day, and I'm like, yeah, misleading. And funny enough, I've seen videos, like, there's really a balance, right? It's a balance. That's part of the reason why a lot of the best educators don't do very well on social media, because people aren't really interested in the most people aren't really interested in the correct path.
They kind of aren't.
There's also things which is like how to learn anatomy in a day, and then the video's like, you can't, but here's an anatomy lesson.
Yeah.
Like, I don't throw any shade at people who do that. Like, do what you gotta do. You know,
hook people
I don't have anything against people on social media experimenting, seeing what works. You know, you don't always have to hit the target. Had a teacher say what motivates you, and I was like, fear of being old and having regrets.
Oh.
How do I practice rendering? I feel like my drawing what I like. Huh? How do you practice rendering? Learn the basics of rendering primitive forms. Cubes, cylinders, spheres.
Mm-hmm. Colton teaches that in his classes.
Yeah. Do you want to draw like this? The hook which works every time. There's a whole psychology behind content and hook grabbing people's attention. Hook, retain, reward. It's deep. It is deep. It is very, very deep. It's like an entire industry, right? People literally have companies that are so large. The companies are worth billions of dollars, and all they do is help other businesses make content that performs better on social media. It's extremely large industry.
Health, wealth, and pursuit of happiness. Health, wealth, and relationships.
Yeah, health, wealth, and relationships are the big three. Like
Survival.
They are so massive companies, and you've never even heard of them. You wouldn't recognize the name of them if you heard it because you're not their target audience. There are businesses out there that are so huge, like just multiple billions of dollars. You never heard of them because they are like in these really weird niche industries, like RLB. RLB?
Hi.
Yeah. There's like businesses that are worth like billions of dollars, and all they do is source parts, used parts for cars.
Wow.
Yeah, and like it's crazy.
It's interesting.
It's wild. It's kind of wild. There are so many ways to make a living as an artist. It's just like being able to capture the opportunity and do it. It's weird. Like people make a living doing such crazy things, like reacting. Like people make millions of dollars online reacting to like Roblox content for some specific niche thing, or like.
I don't
Man,
know.
it's crazy.
I was just thinking, like, bro, any kind of toilet or whatever bathtub or sink I see is just Kohler.
Is what?
Kohler, the brand Kohler.
Oh, yeah.
Kohler. I'm just like, man, they must
They're
be
probably
rich.
huge.
They're like the only brand that I see for that kind of stuff.
Well, school does this really, really good job at making you think that the job market out there is super tiny. It's not. There are so many different ways to make a living as an artist. So many different ways. Like, you're in high school and they have like this piece of paper and it's like a list of like 30 different things that you can do as a career. And you're like, you're telling me this is every career in the world. Really. It's not. There are so many different careers out there. So many different careers. There's niches and there's sub-niches and there's sub-niches of those sub-niches, and it just goes down more and more and more and more and more. There are so many different... It's crazy, but like when people are like, oh, I can't be an artist, it's like there's more than 2 art jobs out there. There are so many different art jobs. There are so many different design jobs. There's so... Just to name like a couple... A local landscape designer for a section of a city could easily make 6 figures a year just with local customers who want their yards redesigned and they need someone to visualize it. Like there's so many different jobs out there. It's insane. But for some reason in high school, you're like given this sheet of paper and it's like a list of jobs and you're just like, these are their jobs to choose from. It's like, what am I in, The Sims?
The Sims?
Like there are so many different things. And the crazy thing is like if a job doesn't exist, like you can create one. Like you can literally invent a job that does not exist. That's wild.
That's business.
That's like, you know, and that's what a lot of people do. They'll like, they'll have like a YouTube channel, or they'll like look at like slime, right? Like Peachy Babies and these like slime businesses that sell these slimes, and like, you know about slimes, right, chat?
I love slimes, although I haven't played with mine in a while.
That's so massive. It's just like this silly little like enjoyment toy.
Yep.
Eat cheesecake. Christina has a relative. She's like a kind of relative.
Like a family
She
friend.
has a big Instagram, and all she does is make decorative pie crusts and pies, and then she goes and does workshops and stuff.
She makes her living off of that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know I was kind of, quote unquote, I guess, kind of related to her.
Yeah, and we were talking to her parents, and they were just like, yeah, she just like blew up and started doing tours and teaching classes on it, and it's really cool. Is that crazy?
That is crazy.
There are so many careers out there. Like, and you can like invent careers that don't even exist.
Yeah.
What's the brush? You can get it for free on our profile or at this link here. Drawanime.com is our website. You can download it for free. We also have a Discord server, by the way, so if any of you who are new to the stream today and like the vibes want to join the Discord server, we announce every time we go live. People are in there and they hang out, other people just like you that you can hang out with and get to know.
Do you ever face the problem of people saying that your art is AI even when it's not? For me, it's really hard to prove it's your art because of what AI can do.
No, I mean, not really.
I don't have a
and if
really-
someone did say it, like, why would I care? Like, I draw because I like drawing.
I'm not there to prove anything. Like, people can say what they want.
I make art because I like making art. If you're really that worried, just record everything you draw. But, like, I don't know. It's not something that really bothers me or worries me.
I think that's more of, like, worried about what other people think.
Yeah,
Like, because just because someone says, oh, I mean, they could be trolling for all we know.
Yeah, a lot of people
A lot of people, yeah.
A lot of people just go through, like, different chats and comment sections, and they just troll. Like, they just rage bait. Like,
and a lot of
they
people
don't even believe what they're saying. They just say it.
And a lot of people who are, like, concerned about, like, how they're perceived, which is, you know, I think it's just a survival thing. Like, they get worried about that, you know? And they're like, oh, like, if someone says that, then everyone else must think that.
Bots.
But that's, you know, that's
Dead
not
internet theory.
true. Dead internet theory?
Yeah. There are
Like-
so many bots out there, and there's so many AIs that are just programmed to, like, look at a piece of content and post comments on it. There are so many bots, it's
Terrifying.
absurd. And bots are way more advanced these days, too. Like, do you really want to give up your career over a bot comment?
Potential.
Or, like, do you really want to be afraid of making art because of a computer that wrote a comment on your post that has commented on a million other artists? Y'all know those TikTok comments where people are just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how nobody's read this XYZ book.
Oh my gosh,
Have you seen those? Those
I
are
was like,
all
bro.
bots. Those are just the obvious ones. There are so many bots, it's not even funny. You would swear they're a real person. People's accounts constantly get hacked, and they get controlled by bots. I'm telling you, half the time, it's just a bot saying, looks AI or whatever. It just gets reactions. It just riles people up. People do it for fun. They just make a bot that goes around TikTok and Instagram and everything, commenting, claiming work as AI. It's just rage bait. A lot of it is that. Don't sacrifice your happiness because of some random bot comment. Like, don't give other
Power.
people that much power. And even if they're real, and even if they really do think it's AI, like, you know it's not. Like, it's
Like, you got...
draw for yourself.
It's not your job to prove that.
Yeah.
Like, especially when you can't change other people's minds. Like, yeah, they can be forever convinced that what you did was AI, but, like, that doesn't affect you.
Yeah,
it
it's
just-
just like...
They're just gonna do what they're gonna do. I mean, like, it's kind of like a very similar thing to when people are afraid other people will steal their work. But I'm like, but in the end, they can't really I mean, let's say if your artwork does get stolen, they aren't able to like do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
They can
do it. They're not able to do the artwork, and in the end, the people who hire them will be like, oh, you actually can't do it, and then they'll get shamed for it because it's actually a really big deal to do that. I had my artwork stolen.
Yeah. Christina had her artwork stolen, and someone on Instagram had 10,000 followers, and it was all her art.
Yeah, it was all my like middle school and high school
And
art.
the funny thing is, Christina was flattered.
I was quite
She was
flattered.
like, "Oh my gosh, people like my work that much."
They
Like,
even like
that's, I mean, it's my work. Like, she only cared that they liked her work. They didn't care that someone else was taking credit for it. She was
Yeah.
like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And it like made her want to work harder.
yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Well, like they took all of my like old Artemino stuff, like I would say months worth of artwork. Like I would say they practically just collected every post that I made.
Yeah.
And then they would just like make fake bios, like saying like, oh, geometry class, even though I never took geometry. I was in an art history class when I did that doodle. But I think it was funny. You know, I'm just like,
Yeah. And that's not saying she encourages it. It's
No.
just like, imagine if that was like the standard reaction a lot of the time.
and of course like I called them out on it, and then they just made
Yeah, they
themselves
made
private.
they privated their account. When like
Yeah.
obviously she wasn't gonna let it slide, but
Oh, that's fun. Makes it way better.
no, I'm just doodling. I'm missing.
Oh, I like it.
It makes me want to. Isn't that funny though? Like wild how that kind of thing works.
Ooh, the power of reference. Applejack, are you a cheesecake?
Hairy cheesecake, gray,
Ew.
very gray. You know, very gray. These cherries. Let me look at this. Let me look.
Do it. Oh. Colton has the ability to just like take my drawing and just do one mark and it automatically looks way better.
Now your drawing's good.
Oh, thank you. No, but like look at that. It's just boom. Gorgeous. I love that.
I like this piece. It's fun.
Oh, thank you. I was trying to do a scene like yours, but I was like, okay, it's too
Like
hard.
the one that I did. It makes me want to paint a bunch of food. Maybe I should do a bunch of food studies.
I should do a bunch of food studies too.
You know, it's kind of.
Well, this one was from imagination. I probably would have done better with the reference.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's whatever.
Yeah, I would say
That does not look like
in
pastry.
this area. Well, it tends to be really warm. You know, there's like a lot of subsurface scattering that happens in pastries.
That's right.
And a lot of the time, is it like a cylinder? A lot
Yeah,
of
it's
the
like a
time it will be like rendered in a very there could be
Oh,
some
yeah.
like subsurface scattering and stuff. I've noticed. I've done like a little bit of stuff like that before. I'm trying to remember.
Actually, I want this to be a little bit thicker. Wow. This is how we end up collabing on stuff. Is I'll do like some stuff and then he'll paint over it and then we'll be like, oh, collab.
How do you study someone's specific art style like a manga artist? Get their manga and draw their scenes and break them down. Gene Bond does that a lot. He'll be like studying XYZ's art style or studying XYZ's perspective or whatever. Like just draw their scenes. Like how do they shade? How do they like what kind of shots do they use? Do they like you could study like Akira or something versus like Ghost in the Shell versus whatever. Like I'm telling you, if you just like draw them, like draw the shots that they draw and study it and break it down and just be like, you know, you draw 100 of them, you'll totally start seeing patterns. People are really good at recognizing patterns. So like it only takes you 4 or 5 times and you're just like, oh, I kind of understand what ends up happening. Yeah, get their book, open it, get out a sketchbook or your digital art, and just draw what you see and build out your perspective grid. It's going to work 100 times better if you know foundation, because you're actually going to have something like something to compare it to. Like if you don't know perspective, how would you know when you draw their scene a bunch of time? You'll go, like, if you know perspective, you'll go, oh, they like to use 3-point perspective a lot. Or, oh, they tend to put the one vanishing point right here and another one over there. That's totally different than this other artist, which they usually do this kind of thing. Like, who wrote Akira?
I don't know.
He does a lot of top-down shots that are quite isometric. You know?
Oh, yeah,
a lot of them.
He does.
A lot of
the scenes
isometric, like, high-angle shots. Other manga artists, like, you'd look at another artist and maybe they don't do any of that.
Clamp, for example, like, rarely does that. In fact, a lot of their panels are just a character with some flowery stuff around it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, wow. And very, very light line work.
So making a living from art is the expert only an artist with a good career, or possible for beginners too? You mean, is it possible to make a career from art as a beginner? Is that what you're asking? And I'm not sure if this has been asked, but what, in your opinion, is a good app to get started with digital art when you are used to drawing on paper? Any app with basic layers is good. If you want to go super freemium, Krita or Ibis Paint. Is Ibis Paint free?
Yes.
I like Procreate. If you got $12, Procreate. If you have an iPad with an Apple Pencil, I would 100% recommend Procreate. That's what we use on every single stream. There's a lot of good free apps out there, though. Krita, I know a pro who uses it a lot. He's convinced me that it's totally viable. So yes, about making a living as a beginner. I like to see this kind of stuff as leverage. Making a living doing something, to me, is a lot like leverage. If you've got like 2 skill points in art, and you've got 2 skill points in sales, those multiplied together would be 4. 2 times 2 is 4. If you've got 10 skill points in art, and you've got 2 skill points in sales, that's 20. 10 times more. If you have 2 skill points in art, and you have 10 skill points in sales, that's also 20. So usually, in my opinion, when you want to become a professional at something, you're gonna need some sort of leverage. Like, if you're really, really, really good at art, but you're absolutely terrible at selling it, you may make as much as someone who is really, really, really bad at art and is phenomenal at selling it.
Is there a way to see the other classes?
Huh?
Are you talking about Anime Art School, or are you talking about like our live streams?
I just like to see it as like leverage. Like, you know, you could be an artist who's like pretty low level skill, but maybe you're so good at making social media content and you can just make tons of viral stuff. And then other people reach out to you and they go, hey, I'll give you affiliate money if you sell. Like, I don't think about it in terms of like career. Like, am I doing an art? Am I making living off of my art? Like, if money's going into my bank account, I'm happy. If I get to draw a lot and money's going into my bank account, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Does it come from me selling the artwork? Does it come from YouTube ad revenue? Does it come from... I don't really care. That's just me personally.
Live streams. You can check out our YouTube channel, Draw Anime Academy on YouTube.
Yup. All of our live streams are available on our YouTube channel. All of our past stuff. Like, I kind of look at it from a really primitive standpoint. I'm not saying this is the right way. That's just how I do things. You can do things however you want. You may be like, I cannot consider myself an artist until I have sold a painting and it's hanging on someone's wall. I'm not really like that. If I get to draw and I'm not going hungry, I'm happy. That it could come from literally like TikTok gifts or subscribers members on YouTube or ad revenue or people, buy our books or classes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so like I'm probably a bad person to ask, but you could absolutely make a living as an artist, even if you're really beginner. You just have to figure out what your angle is and what leverage you're going to be using. Like, dude, there's these books. They're called How to Draw Cool Stuff. They're on Amazon. Very, very low-level artists made those. You can look them up yourself. Like, they're not professionally trained. Do you have any clue how many copies those books have sold? Like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of copies, probably millions. That's a good example of a person who's like kind of low level, who's made tons of money as an artist because they just leveraged it really well. So it's like you kind of have to leverage something.
You have to at least, like, okay, if art is not your skill that you're going to sell, you at least got to sell with some other skill or some other way.
Yeah. So, like, would you consider them an artist? Would you consider them a teacher? Would you consider them an author? To me, I don't really care. If money's going in my bank account and people are happy and, we get comments in the chat all the time, oh my gosh, you helped me draw so much better, I'm happy.
Can you pull up a Jar of Honey reference?
Jar of Honey. Ooh, juicy. Like this?
Yeah, that's fun.
That one's got sunlight coming directly through it.
Yeah.
We could do... This one would probably be pretty good.
I like that one. Can you put on the pure ref? Thank you. Oh, that's perfect.
It's just... that's how I think about it. I'm so bad at marketing myself because I'm shy. Yeah, but shy is not something that is permanent. Like you can, it's something you can practice and exercise. I was so shy in high school.
I was very shy when I was in.
Like, holy moly, was I shy? Like the stomach aches and.
Like your mom.
Have to present. It's something you can practice. It's literally a skill that you can practice. Almost every single thing in life is something that you can practice and get better at. Not everything, but almost everything. Certainly something like shyness. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, 100%. It does not seem like it. But I had like crippling shyness at one point in my life. And like, what teenager isn't?
Yeah, everybody has to go through that phase. I was so shy back then too.
Yeah.
But I think when you start realizing that everyone's human and that everyone like just makes mistakes and has cringy moments, it's like, oh, well, you just move on from it. That's what's going to differentiate you.
What is one of the hardest things you've ever had to draw? It would definitely be something that I wasn't good at. So like, hard is relative. If you never draw faces, hard is probably a face. If you only draw faces, hard is probably a building. So like, it would probably be back when I was working professionally and I got put on projects of things I had never drawn or tried to draw before, and I had to produce professional level work of something I had no
clue of how to do.
Yeah, no background in or practice in, which happened a lot of times. What would you recommend learning for someone who only wants to draw environments? Get Edgar Payne's composition of outdoor painting and learn armatures. So there's a guy on YouTube, he's actually really, really good. His name's Ian Roberts, and he has a painting channel. He does pretty much exclusively environments. And grab Edgar Payne's composition of outdoor painting. These are some of the armatures that he lays out. Like, this is like, if you want to only draw environments, this is a really good starting point. These are armatures. Here's a triangular one. Here's a horizontal and vertical one. Here's one with radiating lines. Here's an L-shaped one. And these are compositions. They're most landscape painters would just refer to these as armatures, and essentially it's like a simple compositional structure that's like an underlying skeleton that holds your artwork together. Right, you can see there's a whole bunch of them. You can find these for free online. Edgar Payne, he lived a really long time ago. All of this is for free online. I printed it out for stream. Like, right, like here's an upside down counterweight. Here's how you could potentially use that, right? And so if you want to only do environments, I would literally just start with simple composition studies. How do you get noticed by big studios like Riot, etc.? Yeah, I mean, you need a good portfolio, but I would say if you want to get into a big studio, it's so competitive. You need a really good portfolio, and you need to do a bit of networking. Go meet people at like Lightbox or GDC. Make friends with people. I know personally a number of people who got hired at Riot, and phenomenal artists. You just kind of work your way up. You get better over time. It certainly wouldn't really be your starting position. Backgrounds are on the menu today. No, someone just asked a question about backgrounds. Noticed? I mean, there's a lot of ways to get noticed by a big studio. But I'm assuming you mean getting hired. There's a lot of people who get noticed because they do stuff like bomb threats and stuff. But like I'm assuming you mean notice me senpai type thing. How do I get hired there?
Notice me senpai.
There's good and bad ways to get noticed. I'm assuming you mean the good way. Yeah, I know a couple people who work at Riot. Nick OA, he does League of Legends stuff. Then what's that guy? Terrence Cantal or whatever.
Oh, yeah?
I interviewed him on my YouTube channel a long time ago. He's like one of their main splash artists now.
Was that the person that you were trying to remember their name of?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It came.
Okay.
And it feels so good when you remember something.
Oh my gosh,
like,
I know.
I finally
got it. It's like a bad itch that you finally got.
So satisfying to watch. Do you guys have shading / lighting tutorials like this on your website? We have, well, yeah, actually,
on a website.
I mean, we have a school online, and I have an entire class that I taught on rendering and painting. Mm-hmm. However, we have done past live streams on different stuff. So you can go to our YouTube channel, go to our live streams tab, Draw Anime Academy on YouTube, and just recently I did an entire lesson where I painted this from complete scratch, and you can watch every single second of the process as a recording, because we record all our live streams. And then I also did this one like the next day or the day after or something. And then you can also go just watch what was done today, but Christina wasn't explaining any of this. She's more just doodling.
Yeah.
I was scribbling.
But yeah, if you want to check out our I have a rendering class and shading and rendering class the next day or day after. I don't remember. How far apart was it? You can check it out here. Mm-hmm. You'll learn the fundamentals of lighting and rendering. So, going through everything from rendering completely primitive forms, calculating cast shadows, different materials. There's some calculating cast shadows. That's some painting stuff. This sort of thing. Materials. Multiple lights. This one has 2 light sources. Here's a point light bedroom, and I do all this stuff from total scratch. So I have a 14-week class on that on our site. But if you want to go the freemium route, we got a lot of stuff on our YouTube channel. It's not in as much depth. I must have those onigiris in my pocket.
I thought I mean in your stomach.
That is a pocket.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I was thinking if I don't think I've heard of a studio finding someone's art online and recruiting them to work. Oh, it happens. Well, it used to happen all the time. Now it doesn't happen as much, but it still happens. Yeah, it's happened to me. But I mean, if you want to get hired at someone like Blizzard or Riot,
Ooh.
you're very unlikely to have them reach out to you personally. They have so many people who want to work there. They have an overabundance
It's
of
you
it.
go to them, not they come to you.
But like they used to do that a lot. The industry's weird now. Like it's kind of a weird situation. You don't have nearly as many jobs flying around all over the place and everything. Dang, I need to do some like material studies like this. I should.
Or I want to do like
Subtractive as well.
yeah.
So like if you want to get nice crisp highlights,
Boom.
subtract,
chisel.
Yeah, you definitely want to do like some subtractive, probably this way. Some subtractive. Actually, I was just going over a what's his name? Yuming Lee lesson where he was talking about that. And you're basically good if you just make like a dynamic shape. But that reflection that I did doesn't look very good, but subtraction is good. Wait, so will this be live on YouTube? We are live on YouTube right now.
Wow,
we got
that's
YouTube
weird.
chat right here. Duff Pappy says is it easier to get into the mobile gaming market rather than the bigger names like Blizzard and Riot? I think Blizzard was doing some mobile games. I would say yeah, probably.
Indie studios are probably easier to get in, just because.
I
Probably,
don't think
actually.
all mobile games are indie studios.
Oh really? Okay, yeah. I guess not.
But generally, yeah. Sorry, meant is if this live will be uploaded as a vid on YouTube. Yes, I mean
it already
all
is.
of the live streams are already. It's like a video / live stream, so you can rewind it. It's already a video on YouTube. Like you could go and rewind right now. YouTube is interesting with their live streams because at any point in the live stream you can just back up and it's a video. It's like a video that's being created in real time. What's your thoughts on JoJo's style?
Iconic.
Iconic, yeah.
He just does his own thing. It's very respectable.
I think it's awesome. I don't work in that style at all. I don't really want to work in that style. It's awesome. And I think there should be more artists out there who just do their own thing and have fun with it.
Yeah.
Holy moly, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Do it. This is honestly really fun to do, just on the side. Applejack.
Sleep in.
Does anyone know of you? Does any of you know how to animate? Nope, I don't. I don't. But if you understand drawing fundamentals, like if you're doing like 2D animation, then it would be a lot easier. But yeah, no, I have no experience in animating. If I practiced, I probably could. Understanding frame by frame animation, understanding how to like not chisel things. What am I talking about? How to bend and squish things and make it feel like realistic. That would be easier if you have foundation in artwork, in art. I really like how this honey turned out. The stream vibe is always so good. Aw, thank you. Really appreciate it. You said like a month ago that professional artist is not limited by what he thinks he is limited. How? I will have to get back to you on that because maybe Colton said something like that, but I don't exactly understand that question. It's easier to get into. Okay, there it is. And we don't necessarily answer every question because we have like 2 different chats. So if we miss it, it's not because we're ignoring you. It's just because we simply don't see it until much later.
Oh, I ignore people sometimes.
Yeah. That's
Not
true.
everybody.
We do ignore some people if they're being a bit naggy. But
What's up?
you said like a month ago, which I don't exactly remember things from a month ago, that professional artist is not limited by what he thinks he is limited. How?
Where is that at?
There.
Oh. Professional artist is no limited by what he thinks he is limited. I don't understand that question exactly.
Is that highlight purple? Yes, it is. It is purple. And I think it looks great with honey. because it looks yummy. I saw in the reference it kind of had like a tinge of purple, and I just decided to exaggerate it because I think it looks more fun. In fact, I kind of want to.
Which character from Clamp do you like the most? It's pretty hard, but honestly, Tomoyo from Cardcaptor Sakura is pretty much the
darn
best
good.
wingman ever made.
Yeah, she is such a cute character too. I would say yeah, probably Shaoran or at least in the original anime, or Tomoyo. Mailing's also cute, but she's technically anime only.
Mailing is
Mailing's
very
super
good.
cute.
But Clamp made the series, right?
That's true, they did,
the
and they
animated
did
series as well.
Yeah, and they did include her in Clear Card. Favorite anime? Hard to say. We have a lot of favorites. Probably one of the classic animes like Cowboy Bebop. Colton's never watched Sailor Moon, have you?
No. I mean, unless you count, like, I'm 6 years old and it's on TV and I changed the channel.
Bro, my first experience of Sailor Moon was a movie, and it was like her like fainting after she uses her powers, and I was like, oh my gosh, is she dead?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I really
Wow.
don't understand the question.
I don't understand.
Maybe you're referring to professional artists are well-rounded, and the better you get, the more subject matters you can tackle. I'm not really sure exactly, unfortunately. Which character from? Oh yeah. Favorite anime? I don't really have a favorite anime.
I have favorites, but we don't have a favorite anime.
Yeah. A good rule of thumb, by the way, for finding the color of a highlight is it's going to be the color of the light plus the color of whatever object is being highlighted. Like, if you have... do I have a quick reference? Yeah, like this, for example, right? So if I've got a highlight on this salmon right here, you're generally going to have your light color, what's up?
Lau says, we don't ignore you guys, heart
What?
face, and he says, I do, with the rolling eyes.
Equals-
Funny.
Generally, you're going to do this. So whatever your light color is, let's just draw like a little light bulb.
Cute.
Plus, object dot obj.
Dot OBJ.
So, so in this shot, the light is warm. So we're going to go warm, and I'm going to fill this in with whatever my light is. Let's just say it's like it's like a sunlight, right? Plus the local value or local color of this equals highlight. So you could just basically take this,
Boop.
and this gets you in a pretty good range.
That looks
It
like a
gets you-
highlight for that base
Yeah.
color.
There you go.
Wow, there it is.
And then when you get a specular, the specular is literally a reflection of your light source. So it's literally a reflection of your light. It's like the light in a mirror. It's like your object is kind of acting as a mirror. It's a good rule of thumb. It gets you pretty close. And then you can nuance it. But of course the value is the most important thing. You can kind of make your light color anytime you want. Or any color you want. The value is the most important thing. That's what's going to make it read as what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys like sashimi? Yeah.
Oh, I love
Very much so.
sashimi.
Very much so. You want to know why it's so important, chat, to learn Foundation. If I take some pictures of honey here and I just drag them into PureRef, let's just go here. And then I go here. Let me just get like a couple images of honey.
Just had crazy inspiration.
Okay, so I'll turn this on. So we've got some different pictures of honey here. One reflection right here. Another reflection right here. We got some light coming through. This is studio lighting, by the way. You can see there's 2 lights. There's square lights. You can literally see it. This is one of those little box things, right? That's like a square light. Here's another one right here. It's a square light. 1, 2. Here it is, going over the surface. Here it is. There's one light source number 1 and light source number 2. If you're rendering a character and you want their hair to be honey and you look at this as a reference, if you're not careful, you might draw the character with 1 light source and then you use this as a reference and you use 2 light sources and your character's less believable. Same with this one. This one's backlit. Look, the shadow's coming towards us right here. This is lit from behind. You can see subsurface scattering coming through there. So when you're looking at a reference and analyzing it, look at that subsurface scattering. It's very, very saturated. When you're looking at a reference, you have to consider the lighting of the reference. This one's also lit from behind. It's coming from the back left, right? You've got this coming through.
Oh, that's lovely.
Look at this one. This one's literally, this is fake. You can tell this is like cut out, but this one's lit super, super, super softly and probably like a light box or something. Like this honey right here versus this honey, they're in like completely different lighting situations. So you got a light here, highlight. So just be aware when you're using references, it's so like you really need foundation, because if you have foundation, if you understand lighting, if you understand how to render and light and cast shadows, you will very, very quickly go, oh, lit from behind, the light's coming through. So if my character is lit from behind and I want her hair to be honey, I could use this sort of thing. And then you can use information from this. Oh, lit from behind. Here's honey, light coming through the honey right here. That's pretty sick.
Looks so aesthetic.
Foundation is so important, it even helps. Look at this.
I was like, oh, will I be able to get it kind of done? Salmon hair.
That's wild. I'm gonna be honest. That's pretty wild.
Genuine reaction from Colton.
Yeah, I feel like her eye would be like this.
Like a Jessica Rabbit. Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, ugh.
Wait, it's Nigiri.
Don't talk to me.
She's the rice.
Is her skin gonna be rice?
What?
Do it.
How am I supposed to do this? Sure, we'll do it.
That's so silly.
So would I make this like grains of rice?
Yeah.
Let me think. Maybe this would be seaweed. Seaweed eyebrow or seaweed clothes?
Are you gonna go really stylized, or are you gonna go like more like literal, like a strip? Probably more stylized.
Like probably more like a strip. I like this.
Fish from Shark Tales. I never seen that movie, but I know what you're talking about. I know the movie. It's pretty funny.
Salmon nigiri mermaid.
Stealing this idea for work. Oh yeah, you're a sushi chef.
Oh yeah, sure, do it. I actually would love to see that. That'd be sick. That'd be so cool. What would I do for? Who's the sushi chef again? Sorry.
Duff Pack.
Oh, nice. There we go. Who is this? This diva. What's the highlight that you did for the salmon?
OMG high. Oh hey, Glowberry.
Hey.
I remember you. How long have we been live? 3 hours, bro?
3 hours? Bro. That's wild.
Oh my gosh. I need TikTokification. We talked about a bunch of stuff today, and a lot of it had nothing to do with art.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good stuff.
That was good stuff. Well, let me just quickly draw, like... Whoops.
Good stuff. I feel like she'd have like a top on, like a strapless
Like a wrap.
top.
Yeah,
But
it would
it's
be
like
like a tube
seaweed.
top. Yeah, exactly. You read my mind.
I mean, it's the first idea that comes to mind.
That is true.
But that's fine. She could have like a toga.
A toga,
Nah.
yeah.
That's good stuff. Tube top. What is that called? Is that a tube top?
Yeah, it's a tube top.
Okay. That's pretty fun.
Should she have like a wasabi on her somewhere?
Maybe.
Sushi girls. What's seaweed looking like in terms of highlights? Like this?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get the light's kind of coming from here, right?
Yeah.
I would say that a lot of the time seaweed, it's actually kind of reflective. You're probably gonna get like a lot less. You're probably gonna get something more like this, and it's probably gonna come like
Oh, okay.
like that.
Yeah, and it's kind of soft.
Yeah, but then you're gonna have probably something like
Hula skirt? Okay, that's actually kind of cute.
that sort of thing, maybe.
A wasabi?
A
Wait.
little bit more.
I know. Chat. I know. A ginger flower with a wasabi dollop in the middle. I don't exactly remember what the what the ginger kind of looks kind of like this. And the wasabi. Actually, this was a perfect color.
For wasabi?
Actually, no, it was actually a little bit warmer.
Yeah. Ooh, a little bit darker than that, probably.
Yeah.
That's good. That's nice.
I don't know.
Oh, what if? Hold up.
Oh, like markings? Or like an eye bag?
No.
What is that? I was like, oh, is it blush?
Like a green
Oh,
blush or
that's
something.
cute. Hold up.
Oh yeah, that works.
That works. She looks like an Abby.
She kind of does. That's funny, bro. That's so funny. We should make like a whole sushi
girl
sushi characters.
Yeah, I like the hula skirt idea, so we'll do sushi salmon hula skirt.
We'll have to make sure Duff Pappy's on when we do the sushi series because we'll be
Give him-
like, what's give us some different kinds of sushi.
Yeah.
This will be my phone background for a while.
Really?
It's pretty fun.
That's pretty fun. Okay, I need... Character design.
I haven't really seen many people do this.
Well, I'm very, very glad about that, because it's fun. There's a giggle.
Silly.
Yeah. I'll do that. And maybe it's like a... Nah, I like it to be a shoulder strap. Maybe it's like this. Cute. She needs to have a soy sauce element at some point. Maybe the ocean is soy sauce, and so they like, well,
Soy sauce tan line. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's got soy sauce on her.
How would we even do that?
I don't know. Let me just think for a second.
Soy sauce tan line.
What would even tan line?
I'm convinced most people don't like sushi. They just cover everything in spicy mayo and teriyaki. Honestly, I really love oh my gosh, that's so cute. I really love just plain old nigiri sushi with soy sauce and wasabi. Like,
I don't know.
oh, that's fun. That's cute. She got dipped in soy sauce.
What if it was even just like...
Oh my gosh, she got like, oh, that's cute. Soy sauce is very particular looking with rice. Oh.
I don't know. She's like, ugh, I got my hand all wet.
That's cute.
It's silly.
Funny.
I love sushi. Oh, so good.
It's like sometimes the mayo and the stuff is not bad. It's just sometimes it can give it too much and it overpowers the taste of the ocean, you know. Avocado earrings? Maybe.
Oh, I'm about done. Oh.
Yeah. It was good time.
I'm ready to wrap up and move on to the rest of the night.
Me too. It's already 8?
8
Bro,
o'clock, yeah.
we're gonna have to have dinner.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
It is Procreate. Next time, caviar. Wait, sorry. One more thing. We'll do salmon eggs as the earrings. How about that? Can you look up? Nah, you don't have to look up. I just forget. Okay, the salmon rose is the earrings. Salmon eggs.
Yeah, that could be fun.
That's horrible though. The thought of that. Drawing on an iPad, yes.
Fun stuff. What?
I should do more food studies. That's fun. That was fun.
All right, chat. Thank you for coming by.
That was fun.
It
Don't
was.
forget.
It was fun. Yep. If you're planning on making your own webcomic, manga, you want to get better at art, you want to learn the fundamentals, but aren't exactly sure how to go about it, we got your backs. We got a school online that teaches you art fundamentals. All the stuff like anatomy and figure drawing and clothing costume drawing and rendering and shading and color theory, all that kind of stuff. Yup. But I am gonna go eat yummy food. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, everybody. Yeah, we'll be going live, some other time. I don't know. Probably. Maybe tomorrow-ish? Maybe Thursday? I don't really know.
We'll see.
Bye-bye,
Thank you,
everybody.
Jella.
First, it was fun. Thank you very much. You are welcome. See ya.
See ya.
Wait. I just remembered. There we go. Bye-bye. See ya, everybody.
See ya.